Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Buzzfish Network. I'm your host here, Nighttan Sunday Eddie V. Joining Mr. One, the only Buzzman himself, Mr. Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Hello, Edward. I'm about to talk about something I don't think I ever thought I was going to talk about ever again. Maybe ever. But it's not what you think. So. No. Well, you and I already talked about it, like literally 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
But the audience might be surprised.
Yeah, we will definitely get into it. Corey, we have 3 more weeks before PAX East has fallen upon us, or we've fallen upon it.
Or it all just falls apart. That could also be a thing.
Yes, everybody. PAX East 2026 will be happening. Since this is the first episode of Nintendo Pow Block for March.
Oh gosh, March is next. It's tomorrow, actually, in about 3 hours from when we're recording this. Jeez. Oh,
yes.
Man. All right, I'm done. I'm retiring. This is.
No, you can't retire.
Yes, I can. I can do whatever I want.
No.
I own Boss Rush. I can do whatever I want.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
I'm like, I own part of it.
No, you don't.
Question mark.
I don't know.
Yes, I do.
You can have it. For $20 and some jelly beans, you can have it.
Dang.
I'm just kidding.
$20 and some jelly beans. Oh my goodness! It did not.
Jelly bellies, so none of this fake garbage dollar store crap. Okay, I want the good ones.
I was about to ask you. I'm like, what jelly beans? What jelly bellies?
I'm just kidding.
Man.
No, dude, I can't eat jelly bellies anymore. I can't eat jelly beans anymore, man. It's like a similar yet different effect than like Captain Crunch, where it like makes the top of your mouth raw.
Yeah.
But like instead of being crunchy, it's like
crunchy.
Obviously sour and sugar and just I don't know, man. Dude, I've been having this trouble recently, by the way. Side tangent, although I guess I could talk about it in Snack Nintendo, but we're already here, so I'm gonna talk about it now. Have you ever eaten so the last couple of weeks, right, there's been this issue with me specifically where I've just kind of like either forgotten to eat dinner or have eaten a light dinner or a fast dinner just to like get something in my body. And then I just, I felt myself like getting tired, but also like kind of like artificially losing weight essentially, right? Dude, have you ever eaten so much in like a short amount of time where like you feel it so much that even like your clothes fit differently, like within like 2 days of each other? Dude, it's happening to me like today, like right now, actually. I'll talk about it in Snack Nintendo, but I've eaten like in the last 24 hours, I've probably eaten more than I have in the last 2 weeks, it feels like.
Oh, wow. I mean, like for me, because of how my work schedule is, like I'll buy something to eat before I get on the train or before I go to work. Then sometimes I'm like, depending on lunch and how crazy it is and how busy it is, dude, I've been eating like a Lunchable or something.
Lunchable, just amazing.
I know, but I just
the little turkey circles and the provolone cheese and stack them on the crackers.
Well, I mean, I just got to have something because for me, I can't leave my store, and B, my associates can't sell liquor. So it's a 3-minute walk back and forth. So if I'm in the break room, I gotta walk all the way to the front to use my information so I can sell liquor and then leave and then come back every time they call. So
that sounds
I'm like
annoying.
Right. So like I could if I'm trying to play Switch or I'm trying to text you or whatever, I'm literally on call when I get it to work. Once I clock in, like I can't stop for anything. Because by the time I get to work, most of the other managers leave. so everything kind of befalls on me. And then like literally just with whatever I ate for lunch and from the morning time, that's like kind of what I'll all eat. And so sometimes when I come home off the train, if the roads are not bad, I may drive to like Taco Bell or Checkers or something like that just to get me like a din because that Lunchable didn't do nothing for me. And I'm burning so much energy off walking and lifting and cleaning and stuff like that. It's just like, man. Um, but if I have like a back to back kind of day off, dude, I'm clowning with the food.
I need to get back into like the eating better thing, like on the schedule, on a plan. I was doing fine, and then I was doing less fine, but
yeah. Well, I kind of realized that for me, yeah, that's kind of like my eating stuff. So I'm like, I think if when I go to Subway, when I get to work, I'll get a foot long so I can at least eat something for lunch and then keep the rest for dinner and then go home. I'm fine with that. I could walk to McDonald's, but I'd hate the traffic just trying to get there and everything. So and then when I get in, I order straight from the kiosk. I don't even go to the front. Like, y'all keep working. Here's my quick order. I'll wait 5-6 minutes, whatever it takes, y'all, and then I'm out.
Dang.
I was halfway to work on the train, and because we got a Domino's there close by too, and I was just like, let me order this Domino's. Got off the train. By the time I walked to my Domino's, my food was done.
Nice.
Picked it up and walked to work, and then we got Dunkin' Donuts.
Wow.
So, because I was just like, I don't have that many food options. And it actually takes me longer driving to work than it does for me taking a train. It's like a 15-minute like difference in a sense.
Wow.
So
wow.
So yeah.
Nice.
So sorry.
Oh, man. Let me tell you, Ed, I got one more thing to say before we get into the main show.
Go ahead.
So I've been working on this side thing that you know about, right? For Pow Block, and like I'm almost there. I'm almost done.
Yes.
I'm almost done. To the point where, Ed, I'm going to be sending you a notification probably. Well, some rendering stuff has to get done, but probably like Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay.
With a tired text and be like, it's finished. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening right now. But we'll talk about it next week, hopefully.
Yes. Yes.
So anyways, that's it. There's a lot of
moving parts
stuff happening and going on right now. Not like it's not like anything massive or anything. It's just like a organizational structure thing. But man, it's been a lot of work. But I haven't really been spending a lot of like extra time on it, so like it hasn't felt like that much. It's just I wish it was done now, so
but it's almost there. It's almost there.
Yeah.
So, super excited. Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun, I hope. Maybe for us it will be.
Yeah, it should. It definitely should. I know
really nothing's gonna change. It's just whatever.
Yeah. I know we probably gotta plan our time at PAX East, and the only reason I'm bringing that is because I'm just like, well, this is time for us to do Nintendo content. It's literally like, we want to make sure that we got stuff covered, and then just like if something get announced, if something happen, we got to be on it because it's just
dude,
like
it'll be, dude. We'll be fine. We know what we're doing. We've done this before.
I would be literally mad at Nitty if the week before
they're showing up. They're showing up. They're bringing whatever they announce at the direct. That'll be like 3 days before, right?
Look, that's what I was about to say. Like if they drop the direct that Thursday the week before we have to leave.
Do you know they are? No, they'll drop it that like day we're on the plane or something. So, like we'll be like in the airport watching it on terrible plane Wi-Fi, trying to board some rickety old plane.
True. And then Corey will just be like, I don't know how we're gonna do a direct recap, but we got to do a direct recap.
I mean, we will that. I mean, if there's
already put out
setting up's not going to be that big a problem. Like I have the tools now, it's like the right tools, not like I'm going to borrow this and hopefully it fits in my bag tool. You know what I mean?
True.
It's fine.
But I'm just gonna try to make it because I'm just like, because I think they're going to be at PAX East, hopefully, and there be space for because I'm like, we definitely want to be in there, like, man, for like the 9:00 thing, media hour. Like, man, we gotta get there if that stuff happens, like, because like if it does, we need to be in there so we could play it, report on it, get our notes and stuff out, and go from there. Because I'm like, that's kind of going to be big for us, and the thing, and for other content creators also.
No, just us. Nobody else matters.
We get the exclusive stuff. Unless we still like meet like some developer friends or some new big developers, or we just happen to see them to be like, wait a minute, you're from here. We're from, and just get to talking to be like, you got 2 minutes to do a podcast or chat it up.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. No worries at all.
Dude, if you get like 10 minutes just to talk to Major Nelson again.
Yeah, I mean, he might be there. Who knows? I mean, it's not working right now.
I mean,
not that he needs to, but it's
the big three are not working right now.
Well, enough of that.
That's for Xbox Casual. So you guys can check that out.
So. It was quite lively this week. Because anything about Josh, he's got opinions. So
I haven't watched it yet, but I could just picture him going off. Be like, oh
man, dude, the biggest thing was the biggest thing on that episode. I mean, we had like, I tried to be more grounded in with my opinions and like trying to look at it from a different perspective, even if I felt the same as Josh in some degree. But like the thing we both agreed on was like, how do Aaron Greenberg and Matt Booty still have jobs? Like, how are they the ones that survived this? I don't know. I guess when your marketing person doesn't have to sell a console, I guess he's fine, right? He's doing his job.
Right.
Anyways, bad jokes out of me. But moving on.
That is that.
Yikes.
Well, everybody, we got a great show. We got, of course, the covering a lot of the Pokemon news that happened for Pokemon Day. We're hopefully Corey could talk a little bit about Marathon, just trying
Yeah, I mean, I've played. We'll talk about it, but I've played
Yeah.
played a few hours of it so far.
Mhm.
So I have my opinion so far, but also I need to like spend more time with it. But
Yes. Of course, for a lot of people who are playing Resident Evil 9 or Resident Evil Requiem,
and finished it
it's been
apparently.
yeah. It seems that it's been getting great. It got great reviews. We don't know the sale numbers for it yet, but people are playing it on Switch too.
It's
One of my friends
sitting at
says,
number 2 or sitting at number 2 on the Switch eShop right now. So
"Shop, yeah." Um, I know Digital Foundry did a um deep dive on like the text analysis on all the systems and stuff. Um,
yep.
and everything. But like I've just been hearing great things from it, and I guess it's you know the thing about it is that and this is just an assumption. Shout out to Pat who's playing the game, also, and his crew. It seems that when you become Leon, it's all action packed, but when you come to other character, it's just like high anxiety scares
Mhm.
fears. So there's a balance for it.
Yeah.
So um
I mean, that's fine, I think. I mean, yeah.
oh, and shout out to Baron for level 1 gaming.
Dude,
Goodness. I go ahead, Corey.
nothing. He's crazy, man.
I
I love
love
that guy.
yeah, I told him that we'll see him at PAX, and he's just like, yes. So we're definitely gonna touch down with him. Okay. So
Yeah.
um okay, so to give you guys an understanding,
Oh boy.
Rare wrote Leon is wrong for this, but Resident Evil is so back. Okay, so there's a cutscene that he put on it where this nurse um ends up getting killed by the zombified doctor. Um and I guess Leon's in the room and uh Baron says, some things about it, gets his opinion. And so I responded back to him. I put, okay, hold up. Let me defend Leon for a moment. And I said all in all caps, so I'm kind of shouting. She should know good and well that Doc ain't right, but she decided to use her privilege and think nothing will happen. On top of that, avoiding us seeing someone holding a chainsaw in front of her while disfigured um th- oh, hold on one second.
Head stuck.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Rid of her while disfigured. Yeah, the woman of disfigured. Then I said Leon did the right thing of letting her die for her stupidity. Not about to play pop the weasel when you brought in something that ain't normal. And then he said, but Leon is a certified superhero at this point, man. He could have saved that lady. Also, see you at PAX, sir. Pexy, sir. Yes. He said, yes, sir. So, I mean, I didn't want to spoil the video part, but people will see it. I was just kind of hot to be like, she see the doctor, and then she gonna tell Leon, hold on, nothing's wrong, because I guess the area that they're in is on lockdown or some crazy mess. And I'm like, not girl, now good and well, you your doctor don't normally a person that for years that you have helped don't look all together. And of course it's Capcom also. So we're reacting to mess that's already been programmed. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna defend Leon on this. He needed to let her die because she did something stupid. Knowing good and well. But yeah. So,
Oh, jeez.
but yeah.
It's
So,
back. Resident Evil's back. It's back.
yes. At this time, me and Corey is not playing it. I know reasons why Corey won't be playing it, and that's not because of Marathon.
No, it's because it's spooky.
Yeah.
Ass. Although Ed, I did tell myself I was going to try to play through Resident Evil this year. So,
ooh,
here's the thing, though. I like the first one a lot.
Yeah.
But I've only I used to say I've only played through the first one, but I've actually played through 1, 4 remake now, 5 and 6. So
did you ever beat? You didn't beat 5, right?
yeah, I did. I beat it.
Okay.
When it came out, I beat it
Okay.
on 360. So
I was about to say, I'm like, oh, come on. I'm like, I want to play 5 with you. I got like infinite ammo.
I mean, I'll play through the co-op ones with someone if I just don't want to play them by myself.
I'll play them with you because, dude, 5 is so fun playing co-op, and when you actually can run that game like it's not Resident Evil, when it's like Gears of War and just murk them, dude, it's so fun.
Well, also when the AI character is not being a dummy and just walking in front of Wesker every time he's like charging towards you, like that also helps a lot. But
that was a long fight on the plane ride there.
Something.
When I was playing it, I was just like, come on now. I'm like, I'm trying to fight Wesker, trying to get Jill so I could get that thing off her back or off her front, whatever is placed. I'm like, I'm trying to do all of this. Come on now. So once we got done with that section, then the rest of the game was easy to get through.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
What else?
But 6 is definitely one I haven't played yet. I don't know. I own it on Series X. So that would be the one that I would need to play.
I mean, they're all on sale this weekend, so they're all $10 right now on Switch. So
that's cool.
Like the entire series is on sale right now, except for obviously the new ones. But if you buy that bundle, you get 8 and 7 and 8 for $10. So
do I have Village? I think I have. Oh, I have Village on Series X or Xbox. Because I got 7 on Xbox. Only ones I don't have is 9 at the moment.
Yeah, I think on Xbox, I think I own them all on Xbox actually. Also, well, except for I don't think I own 8 or 9, but I own the rest of them.
Yeah, 9.
Because I told myself I was going to play them, but we'll figure that out at a later date, I guess.
Maybe spooky season.
Yeah.
So, well, everybody, it's time for Snacktendo. For me, I'm gonna go first, Corey. I actually had Wingstop, and they had their chicken sandwich, like a lemon pepper chicken sandwich. It was good. There wasn't no mayonnaise on it. It really was just like the bread, chicken, 2 or 3 pieces of pickle, and that was kind of it. And then they add, you can add a sauce on it, like I guess to top it and everything. So I kind of had honey mustard, and it was really good. It was really tender, really nice. I thought they did grilled chicken, but I must have seen it wrong. Because I know Wendy's does grilled chicken, and that's where I was going to head to. But then I went back, like, you know what? Let me order food instead of driving to the drive-thru and waiting. So I did that. Had some Chipotle this week. Thursday I had a gyro from our closest place called 5 Points. Like, gyros, fries, hot dogs, sandwiches, and stuff like that. So I had that, and then it was really really good. I'm like, oh, I haven't had this in months. And so I decided to get one of those because I just had a taste for it. I had the lemon meringue M&Ms, which was really good. A nice crispy taste on the inside with the crispy M&M kind of flavor to it. But it's like a white chocolate and lemon meringue kind of flavor. Which is really good. It wasn't that bad and stuff. And then been trying the cherry coke float, cherry vanilla float. So it's kind of like have an ice cream taste to it, but it's like the cherry coke flavor to it. It was just not bad. It was really good and stuff. Had a Twinkie and a Dunkin' Donuts coffee that I got from the gas station because my friend wanted to try Suzuki. He said he never had one, so I got him one of those.
A what?
Suzuki?
What the heck is that?
Hosties Suzuki?
I don't know what that is.
You never see, as many times as you've been at the gas station, you never seen Hosties Suzuki's?
I don't know what a Suzuki is. No.
It's you know the hot their cupcakes, right? The Hosties cupcakes.
Yeah.
It's like two breadings of that. It's like the hot cupcakes breading, but it's long, almost like a little sandwich, like a sub sandwich. It then has cream in the middle. So it's the cupcake bread, the cream, and then the cupcake bread. And it's called a Suzuki.
Are you talking about like the Christmas tree cupcake things?
No.
Like the zebra cakes? Like a zebra cake?
Oh. No. Because this one doesn't have no frosting.
Well, that's like the best part.
Yeah. Frosty. So, because I know you're thinking of Little Debbie's. No, this is Hosties and stuff. Well, next time you go to the gas station, take a look at it, please.
Nah. Pass.
So you just gonna go get your Red Bull and then go?
Yeah.
Get out the.
Yeah. I got places to be. I got places to be. I got things to do.
Which is
work.
Well, yeah. But ain't there like a gas station like by the house? Or am I thinking of the other? Oh, you should be able to stop in and just get. They're normally in the front. I think by the time you enter the door.
That's too much. I don't got time to. I don't know.
As you grab like what 3-4 Red Bulls or 2 big white sugar-free monsters.
I mean, look, I gotta get what I gotta get. I don't have time to be looking around at stuff. I know where things are at that I need. Just go in and get out. Get in, get out. I don't have time. I don't even want to talk to the people that work there. Okay. I don't want to make small talk. I don't want any of that. Just take my money and let me take my stuff and be on our way.
I wouldn't know what to do if I was at Walgreens and you just came in working with me. I'd be like, Corey, what the world are you doing here? I'm just like, I want to talk.
And I'll just tell you, don't worry about it. Don't talk to me.
As I slowly just keep going by and by, put the candy up, fixing the owl, even though it don't need to be fixed, just to be by you to be like, hi.
Yep. Don't talk to me. Yep.
And then you're gonna text me. Hi, Ed.
Nope.
Or send me an Instagram.
Only if I'm in line at the pharmacy because I'm picking up my crazy pills. Yep.
Oh wow. But yeah, really pretty much that's it. That's kind of what I've been stacking on. And everything. So nothing like really new or anything. So but what about you, Corey?
Well, as for me, I've been trying to eat my way out of this house apparently. So so we're recording this on Saturday, right? So between Thursday and today, as of 10 o'clock p.m. on Saturday, I've eaten a whole box of frosted mini wheat, half a pizza, 3 homemade chicken quesadillas. Let's see. And since I eat the same thing for breakfast every morning, 6 egg taco, crispy taco things, and 3 bananas. That's what I've eaten the last 3 days. Oh, and we had Dewey's Pizza for dinner tonight, so I also ate that as well.
How many slices?
You don't want to know.
6.
6.
Was it? How was it cut?
I mean, triangle slices, normal.
Oh, okay. Only reason I asked is because I know you probably don't do bar style cuts for pizza.
What?
Bar style?
What the heck is that?
You're
saying all kinds of weird things tonight.
You never seen bar? Oh, that must have been a Chicago thing. It's like when they're cutting small little pieces, small little squares.
Oh, square, like the square cut. No.
Yeah. It's called bar style. That's what I learned.
Oh.
So it was a Chicago thing. So when they give you like thin pieces, so you could share with everybody, they cut into small pieces so everybody could get a piece.
Ed,
they don't cut it in a regular 6 or 8.
You gotta stop breaking my head.
80 breaks. Corey said about the stacks. What?
I mean, we just call it square cut. You and your fancy words. Your pizza is also like a swimming pool of sauce and like some cheese.
That's the deep dish pizza. I'm talking about thin pizza.
I'm telling you.
But there is some bomb deep dish pizza, which I haven't had in a while. They're gonna be some Unos one day.
I'll just choose to believe you.
What? Okay.
I'm just saying.
We definitely live. Us Midwesters live definitely a different life.
Yeah,
and you could tell by the state that you in or that we're in.
Yeah, I mean, New York is definitely the best pizza, hands down, in my opinion.
I really want to try some New York pizza,
dude. You'll never get it'll ruin every other pizza for you forever. Like every time I eat pizza at home now, like, and it's been, gosh, how old's Riley? 7.5, like at least 8 years since we've been to New York. 8.5, 9. Like, I still, when I eat pizza at home, just expect the best I'm going to get is mediocrity, and that's okay. Like, that's all I can do. Oh, I did have New York pizza when I went on that work trip last year.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, this is going to ruin pizza for me for the next year and a half.
Because, hold on, were you close to a pizza place? Because you had it for dinner, right?
Yeah.
That night.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had texted me and stuff.
Yeah. So.
I wonder if Stephanie could get some.
I mean, Boston isn't that close to New York. They're in the same corner of the country, but that's like saying Chicago and Cleveland are close.
A 6 hour.
You know, like. Philadelphia is closer to New York than Boston is. So,
dude, if I ever touch Philly again, I need a Philly cheesesteak. Like, no joke. I don't care where I get it from. I just need one. And the Moses, they make it different, but they make it so good. I think that's one thing I do like to try. I like when I try other states' foods that they're known for and everything.
Yeah.
So
Ohio's not known for anything that I know of. So, and I've lived here my whole life. So,
I mean, it sounds like you got a bomb place that makes some good Mexican food. Because
that's not what we're known for.
I know that, but I want to try that fatty fat burrito. Every time you mention it, I'm like, oh, so good.
They've been slacking recently. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh no.
Kind of been all over the place quality wise recently, but
Oh no.
whatever, it's fine. Nobody really
And
cares.
then I want to try. We know that that's a Long John. You know that's something else.
A chocolate cream stick.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I want to try.
Why? It's just a donut with cream in it.
Because I kind of want to. I mean, but like not going to Dunkin' Donuts because that's the same. But I kind of like to try some donut shops that make it and everything. I like trying stuff like that. I like going to places like that.
Donut shops. There's not like donut shops here.
It's mostly just like
it's like the grocery store or like, you know, like a Krispy Kreme or like a donut, like the chain donut places.
Oh, you guys don't really have like smaller donut shops?
Not that I know of.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not like actively looking for them, but
yeah. But I thought you would kind of have, because like there are some places in some neighborhoods that they'll have like Starbucks or Dunkin', but they'll also have like a little donut shop that, you know, that's not a chain business or something.
Yeah.
And everything. So
yeah.
Well, maybe I'll try a grocery store.
Grocery store donuts.
Or a gas, or sometimes gas station donuts be buying big too. As I snack like a little Debbie, a drink that ain't seen nowhere else besides in this state. Because some of the Mountain Dews that I seen in Boston the first time we went, I'm like, yeah, let me snack this because we don't sell this at all.
Jeez.
So, well, Corey, how about we get into playing with power? All right, so how should we do this playing with power? Because I know I just started Pokemon LeafGreen. I haven't really gotten far into it.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had more to say about FireRed, right? Mm-hmm. But like, I don't really have a lot to say, to be honest yet. I was planning on playing it earlier today, and then I got caught up in stuff that my kids wanted to play, so I didn't really get to play a lot of it. Plus, I'm like, before I start another big RPG, I'm really trying to finish Fire Emblem. I also didn't really get to finish today either. I really thought I was going to have it done this week, but I've been stuck on chapter 27 for like a couple nights now, and I just figured out how to like get through it really. So, so I mean, I don't really have a lot to say yet about FireRed or LeafGreen, whatever you want to call it, but all I can say is I chose Charmander, and everybody's just gonna have to suck at because it's awesome.
Yeah, I got Bulbasaur.
I do have to feel like this game does look really nice still.
It looks very. I like the fact that it's really bright on the Switch screen and on the TV. So yeah, it
probably looks amazing on the OLED. Actually, the OLED Switch. Like I bet it looks amazing on that.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been playing it secretly, going back and forth. There really hasn't been, I think, any reviews or anything because it's just dropped on Friday. And with everybody playing Requiem, or most people playing Requiem, I think it was kind of just like, we're going to focus on this and we'll return back to Pokemon. I think most people feel like if you played it on Game Boy, it's the same old. There's nothing new about it.
I mean, they did apparently censor some of the bad names in it. With I guess there were bad names in it at one point. I don't know. I saw that story on Nintendo Life pop up. I was like, oh, I didn't know that that was a thing, but apparently it was. So
yeah.
Oh well.
So but yeah, so I think because I kind of just want to see how you want to do this one, because I did play some games, a lot of games and stuff. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did finish Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. I finished that. Dude, I'm so glad that I grind in that dang game and did the job system because it has 4 boss levels to it. And I'm like, what are you doing? And played it on normal, and there's still more stuff that I could do. I'm trying to get some. I could, it's 100%. I could get some more, but I think I'll kind of like, I'll keep it on my system. I'll return to it when I need to and everything. Um, but yeah, I by the here of my chinny chin chin, I beat the final form and then went into the cutscene, and it's just like, oh great, yes, thank you, all the battle.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, but I did finish Dragon Quest Seven. Um, I would say that if you did most of the game manually, I really feel like it would take you longer. But with the auto battle stuff, and with that being sped up and everything, like I said, it makes the grinding easier. It makes you get through the game a bit faster. I think it would still take you about 40 to 60 hours in the game. Depending on what your main goal is with that. But yeah, I enjoyed it. All the voices, the music is fantastic. I definitely would give it 5 out of 5 stars, Yoshi coins. Because it really, really is good and stuff. Um, so with Dragon Quest Seven being done, I jumped into Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I'm playing that. I'm getting through the game faster because I beat it on PlayStation 4, so I kind of know what to expect. But I'm working through that game, hoping to get it to integrate a little bit later. I just got to the point where I'm meeting Aerith for the second time. Um, and so I'm playing through that section, and that's where most of the game starts picking up and everything. Because I'm still in Midgar and everything. So I kind of want to get it done before Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out in June. So, but I did pick up a shoot 'em up game called Revel Gear Zero. It is a 2D sprite base with little, no, not sprite base, I'm sorry, a 2D with 3D visuals and um 2 player shoot 'em up. It's a horizontal shoot 'em up, 7 levels. You could get coins for it. They have different modes that you could play in. I ended up beating it on normal with certain weapons, but I need to go back again and see if there's anything else. There are unlockables, but it depends on the currency that you collect, which is your score. And so once you start unlocking stuff, it kind of makes the game easier for it. It does offer continues in it, like 2 continues, I believe. But for me, I got so much money, I just ended up quitting and going to the shop to upgrade um my ship. So there's more to play, but I kind of beat it, and I feel like there is still more to offer. So I'm excited to see playing different characters in that game, what it offers. Um, but that's pretty much it. I did play a little bit of City Connection on the NES. NSO, because I have an interview with the CEO from PAX West of last year, that I am finishing the touches on. So anyone who has played R Type, HD, Hyped, or Delta, they're the ones that published the game. They own pretty much all of Jalico's library. So I get into that with them. So I'm just right now cleaning up some things, and hopefully you guys will be able to read that interview on Buzzfish Network, on buzzfish.net. So I'm super, super excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, the CEO, Nobuhiro, he loves City Connection, and so that's where the company name comes from and everything. I had an amazing talk with them. He and his assistant really was shocked because of how excited I was in being in their presence and talking to them. And Corey, I nerded out with my Jalico history and everything. Just they just seen the excitement and the joy, and I'm like, I know a lot of gamers here do not remember the Jellicoe Library or City Connection or Rival Turf and this stuff, but I'm like, this means everything to me because this was part of my gaming history, and I'm like, I need to play it all. I need to have it all again, once again. So yeah, I'm super excited for this interview, having that chance. It was one of the highlights, along with doing talking about Mistfall Hunters, was uh, meeting the CEO, City Connection, um and talking about that history. Man, I yeah, I blacked out. I nerded out because I'm just like, this is pure history.
Who's shocked? Anybody out there? Anyone? Bueller?
I think I think they were shocked because they were just like, wow, we've never, we talked to people, got our interviews and stuff. I'm just like, you just didn't talk to us about the games that we bought. You talked to us um, about this history between Japan and America. And just going into detail and stuff. Because that's like, yeah, I'm like the Jellicoe library, the voice thing for Jellicoe, City Connection, the box art and everything. Just, I went in, I nerded out.
Nerd.
I know. But yeah, that's pretty much it, everybody. I'll be getting to some Xbox stuff in coming weeks and stuff, but for right now, I've been literally on a big thing of my Nintendo. Um, I'm right now. I'm going to be going through my Nintendo Switch games, my library stuff. Try to categorize, get them in order, alphabetize them, and categorize them and stuff, and you know, try to beat some of these old games that I have had for years, and even stuff that's still wrapped up and everything. Look, Corey, we got huge libraries of backlog stuff to get through.
Hey, you don't have to tell me twice. I know.
So
I know. What do you think I've been doing this whole year? Like, I'm not even kidding, like, I mean, everything I've played this year has seriously been part of a backlog, except for like one thing so far. And that's because, well, we'll talk about it in a minute, but yeah, it's just like, oh my gosh. So I'm really trying to like hit the backlog this year. Like, I'm really the only game I'm excited about this year is Fire Emblem, honestly. And like, I mean, Yoshi in the Mysterious Book, I'm excited for, but that's because my kids are excited for it, right? Like, they like to play that. I
feel like there needs the picture of the kids happy with me going like this and adding on. Be like, wait a minute, hold on. One thing is
if you want.
One thing is not like the other.
It's funny. We were playing games today, and my son, like, randomly, he's just like, we haven't played the Yoshi game in a while. We're on like the last level. I'm like, yeah, I've been asking you to play it for every weekend for the last 3 months, and you like would rather be playing other things. And I was like, do you want to play? He's like, no, I want to play Mario Wonder. I'm like, okay. Well, that's your answer.
We have to talk about the treehouse stuff because that kind of made me happy hearing them.
Yeah, I forgot Jose Otero worked there still. It's kind of nice hearing him again.
Yeah. How's he?
I mean, I knew he was there, but I just forgot. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
I wonder where he's been at though.
I mean, he works at Treehouse, so I mean, he's usually not front and center like that anymore. But
Was he on the presentation?
yeah, he was
Oh,
playing.
okay. I haven't watched it yet, so um,
Ed,
I know, I
come on, man.
know,
I'm usually the one that doesn't watch things. Come on.
I know. But Corey, go ahead.
No, not worth it now. It's
What have
over.
you been playing with? What have you been playing with Power?
It's over. We're done. Goodbye. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, as for me, I mean, I've been still making my way through Fire Emblem. Like, I'm enjoying it. I'm ready for this one to be over, though. Like, I feel like I've spent more time with this than I wanted to, in a way, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it's kind of overstaying its welcome a little bit. Dude, it's like, it's not a very long game at all, but like, the level I'm on, the level I've been stuck on, really is like, so I'm on chapter 27 and there's 31 playable chapters. There's 32 chapters.
Yeah,
And then there's like a campaign that unlocks afterwards, which I don't know if I'm going to play through that or not. We'll see. But the level I'm on right now has 45 enemies on it, and you have to beat them all
yeah,
to clear the level, and then siege the castle. And so like I'm trying my best to, and like the other thing that really bothers me is like you can't like in between chapters you can't like buy items. You have to like find the armory and the places on the battlefield and buy your stuff there, like during the battle. And that's been really annoying. So it's making everything much harder than it should be, because I didn't know that going in. So like I kind of haven't, been maximizing my money and stuff. So like
yeah,
I'm sitting on like 16,000 credits, 17,000 credits or whatever. And because I can't buy anything, because I don't, like I can't buy anything in between levels. And like, I see the armory where I'm at now. So like I'm trying to make my way over there, right? But like it's just like, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. And like I don't understand why there's not like a shop in between each chapter,
yeah.
I would have been done with this game weeks ago. It's more the thing that's making it hard is like the item management more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh so that's kind of where I'm at right now, because in later games, right, like you have weapons but they don't break, right? Like these weapons, you only have so many uses of a weapon. Like a steel sword, you can use it 35 times and then it breaks, right? Well,
Yes.
okay, well, I should probably buy like 10 or 12 of them, but I can't, because there's nowhere to buy them except for on the battlefield. And like certain towns that you like revisit, like there's a couple places that you like quote unquote revisit during the course of the story,
Yeah.
but their inventory doesn't upgrade when you go through the story. So like I'm not going to buy an iron sword when I can go buy a silver sword that's, 3 stages above it and does,
More
40
damage.
extra damage and, has a higher crit rate and higher attack percentage, right? Like I'm not going to do that. So like,
Right.
but now I'm at the point where like I'm kind of sitting on all this money and like very limited resources. So I'm trying to be very careful of like how I proceed.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing is though, is that I have a bunch of like armored characters now. So like I kind of use them as like, and like defensively pretty much, where like I'll make a line essentially of these defensive characters while I'm like trudging along with these very limited inventory characters running, like essentially sprinting every turn to the to the armory and to the shop, the item shop.
Yes.
So that's where I'm at now. It's not very enjoyable right now. I think the story is like, yeah, whatever. It's late 90s, early 2000s kind of fantasy story that Nintendo is trying to tell, and it's like, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think the characters are fun though. Like I like Lynn and I like Elowood and I like Hector, and Roy makes an appearance in this game. Roy is Elowood's son, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, it's just strange, man. It's like it's weird because this isn't the first game in the series, even though it's the first one that came here.
Yes.
I think it's like the fourth game. I think because you have the first game on NES, maybe it's the third game. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure how it goes. But then you have no, because then you have 1776 and then Genealogy of the Holy War. So this is the fourth game. So like you would have thought like that would like an item shop would have been like
fixed and put in.
Yeah, and it's weird because you literally get a merchant on your team that like you can sell stuff to, but you can't buy things from him. So it's like, what? What do you mean I can't buy things from the merchant you gave me?
Right.
Why can I only sell things? Why can I only sell things? And like anything I steal or find off of an enemy, and if my inventory is full, goes to him to hold for me, but he doesn't like do anything. He's more of like he's like the guy that holds all of our stuff that we're not using.
It's like the extra inventory.
Yeah.
From like
exactly
he's
what
the
he
trunk.
That's exactly what he is. And so I'm kind of struggling a little bit, and maybe that's my fault for just not being smart enough, but like I was playing through the opening chapters, like I was playing through Path of Radiance, and like like if I were to start over, which I'm not going to, God, I'm not going to, but like if I was going to start over or something, like I would have totally played it a lot differently, probably. And so if you're going to play the Game Boy Advance one, pro tip, don't buy things when you can, and don't sit on your money.
I never tried to. I try to. That's how I say in role playing games. I try to find out what I need from the shop, grind for what I need to get those items while I grind, and then get all the necessary items like potions and elixirs and ethers and all of that stuff. Shoot.
Yeah, well, the problem is like I don't need any of that stuff. I have 3 healers and I have a ton of the vulnerabilities or whatever they're called in this game. Like,
do I overachieve?
I have enough of that. I need stuff to attack people with.
Well, yeah, that is true.
I just keep like trying to keep my distance unless I absolutely need to fight. But now I'm in a position where like I have to fight all the enemies, to clear the level. So I don't know, man. I'm in a weird spot right now. Anyways, I'm excited to be done with this one. I'm enjoying it, but I'm also like just excited to be done.
I'll get the text and be like, Ed, I be fired. Yeah.
Well, I'll probably play some of it tonight after we're done, to be honest. If we finish at a reasonable time, which, TBD on that one. What else was I? My kids and I played a lot of Smash Brothers today. It's funny. My kids call it, or my son calls it Team Battle. Because that's what the announcer says when we load into the game, right? Like Team Battle. So he calls it Team Battle, and he like refuses to call it Smash Brothers.
Can we play Team Battle? That
yeah. And like every time, even though I know he calls it that, it always takes me a minute to like realize what he's asking to play. So I'm like, yeah, buddy, we can play Smash. So we played a lot of Smash, we played a lot of Mario Party, and we played a lot of Mario Kart today. But The game that I'm actually surprised we played a lot of today, my daughter and I played a lot of today. I was expecting to play for like 20 minutes and then her be bored or want to go do something else or get frustrated or something. My daughter and I played Animal Crossing today, Ed.
Yes.
I let her create her own character. I mean, it's on my profile, but I'm never going to play it. You know, she created her own profile. Like she still has a hard time reading. I mean, she's 7, so like she's not like a, you know, super reader or anything. She can read, but it's
she's still
developing. And like, but it's helping her read and do math, right? Like it's like I see it helping her in other ways than just like, I'm going to play a video game. We played for like 3.5 hours today. I couldn't peel her away from it. Like, we had to pause it to go eat dinner, and as soon as we were done eating dinner, we came right back down and continued. Like, we're playing it. Like, she loves it. She loves fishing. She loves like shaking the trees and watching the fruit fall out and the bugs fall down and like.
Yeah.
I was like, don't you want to like go craft like the bug net so you can catch bugs or like, you know, go. She's like, no, I just want to fish. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. She's like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to move on. I said, okay, well, that's what this game is. It's, you know. But she's like in love with it. She's like, she thinks Timmy and Tommy Nook are like the funniest characters. I'm like, yeah, just wait till they start asking for bells for everything.
Yeah.
You know, she like wants to know when she can start putting the amiibo in the game because I have some of the Animal Crossing ones. I'm like, well, we're not ready for that. You know, she's like really into it though. She loved like putting the cot down in her tent and like moving stuff around in there. And I don't know, it was like, yeah, and it was one of those moments where like, you know, we are in a very opinionated industry. You know,
yeah.
The games industry, people have a lot of opinions on things, and like this was one of those moments where like, man, this yeah, like I mean I sent you the pictures of her, how happy she was and like how much fun she was having, and like
also it was just, you working on your computer because I seen like the Ninja Turtles things. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I mean I was doing thumbnails for shows, but like
okay.
And I was like walking her, like reading things for her when she needed help and everything. Like that's kind of what I was doing. But like just seeing how happy she was, I'm like, man, none of the stuff we do matters, man. Like this is why these games exist, is for this reason, you know?
And it, because I was thinking about it, I'm just like, when I hear it just made me happy that she was happy and enjoying it and playing, because I'm just like, this is the feeling that I get when I hear you talking about Dreamlight Valley and everything. Something, even Roller Coaster Tycoon, something like when you're creative, when you're managing, when you're relaxing, whatever those kind of games do for you, they bring out a smile. They bring out some kind of joy. And I love hearing about that. So, you know, hearing about your daughter getting joy and satisfaction, and you know, she like the fish and it's relaxing. It like, I think I was texting you just like, it's not taxing on her. It's not, you know, do point A to point B. Like, you could take your time in the game, and it's so great to hear that she loves that.
Yeah, it's to the point where like I'm trying to figure out how to like, because like Nintendo's like game share thing is so weird. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way like she can play Animal Crossing while I'm playing something else and it not affect our online status, right? You know, putting it on like my OLED Switch that's sitting over there, and just letting her play it whenever, right? Instead of me sitting with her, right? Like, I don't know, man. She was just having a blast, and it was like really. I was like, man, this is what I've wanted games to do for them since we all started playing games, right? And like,
yeah,
they have fun playing Mario Kart, but one of them always gets frustrated because one of them's always losing, and you know, Smash is just infuriating, right, all the time. and Mario Party is ridiculously frustrating. Although my daughter won tonight, dude. She got 5 stars in a 10 turn round.
Oh, nice!
And had like
Congrats to her.
140 coins.
Uh-huh.
But like, you know, Mario Party can be frustrating in ways that you can't control, which makes it even more
Yeah.
frustrating. So, you know, having something like this was like really nice to see her enjoying herself.
Yeah.
And
she'll get to a point where when she's ready to progress in the game, she can
yeah.
progress in the game. Because I'm just
Yeah.
like,
And I told her like, look, Easter's coming up. Like the Easter Bunny is going to be in the game and hide Easter eggs for you, and you have to go find them. And like, because that was like when the game first came out, that was the event that was going on when I was playing. I was like, oh my gosh, this is that rabbit is creepy. But yeah, man, I don't know. It was just really enjoyable to watch her play this and in games making someone happy without them knowing about like all the garbage that happens in the industry and just enjoying the game for what it is, you know.
Well, I cannot wait till she gets to like making patterns on her clothes and for walls and like creating all of that and everything.
Yeah, and we're gonna get there, right? It's we're gonna get there. I just I want her to not feel like she has to rush through things, but I also know like she wants to do certain things that you can't do until you progress. If that makes sense. Like decorate a house. I'm like, well, you gotta, you know, progress, you know. But I mean, if you just want to fish or like shake peaches off a tree, then you know, sure, go right ahead. Nothing stopping you.
Yeah, maybe I'll upgrade mine and if I actually see her try to send her different fruit and everything.
Well, I mean, it's just me, right? I mean, it's going to say that I'm online playing Animal Crossing, but it's not me.
Yeah, that's why I know. You're still saying Fire Emblem.
No, I got a message from someone earlier. They're like, "Are you really playing Animal Crossing?" I'm like, "No, it's not me. It's my kid. I promise." Because you know, people know that I don't really care about Animal Crossing like at all. Although, like watching her play, it was like, I don't know, maybe I would be into this if I gave it time. But I'm like, I already have Dreamlight Valley. I don't need another one of these.
But I think it's such a bonding moment, and it actually makes you as a experienced player or expert player to sit back and actually watch somebody do something casual and enjoy it, and when needed, be there to support them. And then go back and just continue to see them get the happiness and let them learn and everything. Because they're like, man, I feel like if she continues this up, by the time we get to the summer, regardless of she makes progression and everything, I think she gonna have like a cold house. The friends and stuff that she made, like the stuff that she learns, her learning about KK Slider and stuff like that.
We got the KK Slider cutscene at the beginning, right? Where like he tells you about your like doing this with friends and making sure that the villagers are your friends and keeping them happy and stuff. Like we got all that, but also like I don't know, man. I feel like now we did set up some ground rules, like she has to follow rules and do, you know, her homework during the week and stuff like that, right? But like she can play when she wants if she's got her work done, and if she's still into it, she can continue to play it, you know. So
yeah.
I also thought about I also thought about getting the 3DS version and like letting her play the 3DS version, but I'm like, I don't know. She already is understanding this one. I might as well just keep, you know.
I think let her keep playing the Switch version.
Yeah.
You know, and everything. Because I definitely would love, man, I would love to see this game just get the GameCube release, like the original, like the first one. and see how that goes.
I don't know if they, man, I don't know if they will though. You know, I mean,
I know.
it's just, I feel like NSO and Animal Crossing being out, like this one being out, like I wonder, you know, it's this, especially because like the retro game stuff is like such a big appeal of that one. And it's like, well, I don't know, but I don't know. Anyways, oh, the other game I have been playing, you know, well, I played it a little bit. I played it last night and a little bit I guess earlier today.
Mhm.
Marathon, the server slam.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't play with anybody. I just played it by myself. And I played like the opening mission and then like try to go through like learning how the inventory works and learning how, you know, obviously it's not anywhere close to being like Destiny. So like, I mean, it doesn't even feel like Destiny. It feels slow and you know, kind of chunky and maybe that was just the character I was playing at the beginning, but like uh I don't know, man. It's fine. I need to spend more time with it, I think, and obviously I think I need to play with people, right? That
Mhm.
because that's like the big draw. And Laurent and I are gonna probably play it either tomorrow night or Monday or something together. But I
'Cause
I
it's
don't know, man.
crossplay, right?
Yeah, it's I mean the shooting feels good, but like all Bungie shooters feel good, and like visually it's impressive, but like again the whole extraction thing is something I need to get used to, right? Like
Mhm.
I'm not really into that genre. I didn't play Arc Raiders, so like I'm pretty sure the last extraction shooter that I played was the Division's Dark Zone. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
So like, you know, it's obviously quite different from that. Uh we'll see. It feels good. It looks visually impressive. I didn't have any trouble getting in. I don't know if that's good or bad, but uh but you know, we'll be reviewing it for Tower Casuals. You know, so
Mhm.
we'll you know, we're gonna have to, you know, play more of it, but
And this is just for so that everybody know, this review is for the slam, not for the actual game.
oh yeah, I mean this is only the stuff that's public knowledge, right? Because like
Yeah,
yeah,
because these
it's
could change Friday when it,
sure,
actually goes live.
sure,
Um
but you know it's here's what I think. There's a lot of exploration in this. It feels very Destiny that way. Like there's a
Mhm.
lot of secret passages and kind of like places to go and a lot of doors to unlock and a lot of like I think one of the cool things too is like when you get into like a room, there's always a way to like barrier yourself or like, you know, kind of protect yourself to either to get away or to like position yourself to get a better advantage to take on enemies, whether it's PvE or PvP, right? Um,
Yes.
some of the rooms have like security security locks to where these barricades go up over the windows because you can shoot through the windows, but these slabs go up over the windows so they can't shoot through the windows, but then you can't see them, right? So like the
Yes.
advantage is they can't hit you, but then you don't know where they're at. And then there's multiple entrances to each door, and depending on like what class they have, right? Like there's a class that literally is made to unlock you know, impossible doors or whatever, right? Or um you know, there's like the I forget what all the classes are called, but there's like the tech and the tanky character and the sniper
Mhm.
character, assassin, and like, you know, the different types of character classes. Um so you gotta be careful that way. But like one of the missions I was playing, I was in this facility and some people were coming in through the doors, and the proximity chat stuff is cool. I didn't have a headset on because I wasn't playing with anybody, but like I
Mhm.
could hear them through my TV speakers, right? like I could hear them talking to each other, right? And so like I was like, oh, people are coming. So I was like, I was in the room by myself. I was looting some weapons out of this case or whatever. I hit the security window bump thing, so like the slabs went up over the windows. I shut all the doors. I locked the door into the room that I was in, and like I couldn't find a way out. I was like, "Can I shoot the window out?" I could shoot the window out, but I couldn't fit through it. There was a trap door in the floor, so I opened the trap door, and there's like this like tunnel system underneath the building that I ran through, and I ended up on another side of the level, um, and went into another building, and like I lost them, and I ended up getting out. Um, and it was kind of like a really neat experience that way. Um, but like I said, like I need to test out the other classes. I need to find a class that I like, because this big hulking character that I was is like really slow, and I don't know. I'm not into the slow.
Like a tank, kind of take a tank person.
No, but the one ability though is this big like retractable shield kind of thing, and like the game kind of goes into a third person mode, and you rip out this shield that comes out of your arm, and it like, you know, you can have a sidearm, it looks like, but you know, you kind of hold it so you can kind of block stuff, but obviously it degrades over time.
That's like Destiny's 2, like super moves.
Yeah, I mean the controls are set up just like Destiny, right? There's like the double bumper kind of super-esque move, and then
because it goes to the third person.
Yeah, and then each bumper, and then each bumper has a thing attached to it, like grenades and something else. You know, the D-pad is made for like your health and your shields, like your overshield. Like you have to. It's not like Destiny that way, where like when your shield is down, you just hide and then it recharges. You have to like heal yourself, and you have to like recharge your overshield. And those take up inventory slots. So like you have to balance that. Like, is it worth carrying, you know, these mods or these chips that you need to extract, or would you rather have more like, would you rather carry some extra, you know, shield and extra health packs?
It's the health. So those health packs have a number to them that goes down when you use them.
You have to find them. You have to go find them. You can't take them with you into each round. You can't take them with you unless you like extract them, right? But
I was talking about more of the usage. Like there's a
there's a inventory. Like you go to like, you can find like these med kits on the wall, like first aid kits essentially on the wall, and then you extract the stuff from them. Like, oh, you know, do you want to take everything from here? Do you want to take this health pack? Do you want to take the over shield or whatever it's called?
Yeah, because I didn't know if like the overshield had like, because you mentioned chips, so I didn't know if there was a chip that when you gives you an overshield, and when it gets low, you got to go hide somewhere, use it, and then let that chip like reset itself, like charge up before you could use it again. I didn't know if it was that, or if you could find. I'm using blue potions, for example. You find a blue potion, you could dip off somewhere, and then automatically use it, and then your overshield charges up. But you get a limit. You get a limit of them depending on how many you could carry and stuff.
Yeah. So that was, you know, again, it's only a couple hours of the game, and playing by myself obviously isn't the ideal way, but
it's 3-on-3.
What
is it 3-on-3?
I mean, it's not anything. You get loaded into an instance with your team, and you go extract, and then other teams load into the same instance. I think some maps have like 12 players on it, some have 24, some have 18 like maximum, so like it could be any combination of things.
But for a team, it's 3 people to a team.
Yeah, right now it's like, yeah, there's solo queuing, and then there's 3, like you can have like a fire team of 3 essentially. Yeah,
gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, it feels good. Like the weapons feel good, the shooting feels nice, like the game feels good. I just again, the whole extraction shooter thing, I just need to get used to that aspect of it because it's different from what I've been used to playing for the last, over many years I've been playing Destiny.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I'm assuming
because it is not Destiny. Like it is clearly not Destiny.
and once you die, that's it for you, correct?
You can be revived by your teammates if they survive, but if you die and you all die, anything you were carrying is left there, and you cannot
keep it.
Yeah,
that part. Yeah, I understand. I didn't know that.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. No, I didn't know that if it was like, once you go down, you may be able to get revived once from your teammate, but if you go down again, that's it. No more revival.
As long as your teammates are alive, you can be revived
as many times. So kind of almost like,
yeah. Essentially, like the tip I heard going into the game, right, in any extraction shooter really, is like just go in knowing that anything you find, any weapon you find and extract, you're essentially borrowing it because you are going to lose it at some point. So just you're borrowing it. When you lose it, you lose it, So
because there's no level up system in this game, neither.
So there's experience points, but I don't exactly know what they do yet. Like, I mean, you can it's like a roguelite in that sense where like you can upgrade certain things, but other parts of your skeleton is what they're called. Like you can't, like it'll reset once the next season starts or whatever. So there's that. But again, I'm not 100% sure what leveling up does really, except maybe grants you, it might be just like it might just grant you access to new skills like unlocking doors or, maybe you loot things faster. Like you can put points into different things probably, I'm assuming.
The only goal in the game is to defeat everybody and become number one.
No, that's not the point of the game at all. The point of the game is to get in, find loot, and get out before you die. And there's a time limit that you can be there.
Oh, so everybody will individually die. And so you just use the loot just to see how long you can last in the world. And
well, you have to get out. Like you have to find the extraction point where somebody, like essentially where like in the Division, when you went into the dark zone, you had to get to like an extraction point and hold it for a certain amount of time. And then a helicopter would come get you, right? Like that's how you got out in the Division. And here you have to find an extraction point and survive. Essentially anybody who's played Destiny and like you've been on like one of those time, like the Vex plates or whatever, and like the little grid thing kind of fills up, right? And if an enemy comes in, it turns red and it kind of freezes or starts over. But like once this, grid fills up, then you did it. But yeah, I mean, essentially, like you get in, you go in, you find the best stuff you can. And some of the stuff you can use to level up stuff. Some of the stuff you can use to, hey, Nick's in the chat, YouTube chat.
Hey, Nick.
Yes, happy marathon weekend, everybody. Nick, we need to play marathon. I need people to play with. We were just talking about marathon. But it's not a game. It's not like a deathmatch game, right? It's a team-based game where you go in and extract stuff and try to escape with it. So
yeah, Nick says he has a ton to say about marathon. I will say this, and shout out to you, Nick, for being positive. That's what I love. You guys check out at WSAD and beyond. but I love the positive messages that you've been leaving out for this game, like on their Twitter feed. They've been posting them, and I'll just be like, "That's so good to hear that."
I mean,
Because I know people.
there's a lot of positive buzz around the game right now.
Mhm.
At least in the Bungie community, just because it's kind of refreshing to see Bungie have an experience out there that people like, first of all. But like even after everything that happened with like the art fiasco and mass layoffs and the firings and
Mhm.
I
But
mean we've talked plenty about everything that's gone on at Bungie, right?
But
But
yeah, but Corey, haven't we talked about this was something that Bungie needed to reassure, um, not and just being sure that to believe that they still could put out great work,
mhm.
you know, and
Yeah,
then it. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, and it's what we were talking about on Tower Casuals. We're like, it's not like Destiny is bad by any stretch. It's just in a place where people are kind of bored of the content, right? And like
Mhm.
obviously, when you lay off half the studio, take 100 more people to go make a different game, and then have this second team making Marathon, like it makes sense that this new product you want to be good because your studio relies on it and Sony is relying on
Yeah.
it. And so I'm glad it's getting positive buzz. Nick said the shooting is prime. Yeah, the shooting is incredible. I mean, it's a Bungie shooter, right? It's going to feel
Yeah.
amazing. But um yeah, it's it's fun. I need to play more of it to get used to the extraction part, and yeah, but
I wonder if it has. Could you mention the shooting? Does it? And I know you haven't played any of Insomniac's games, but I always go to Resistance, and
no,
sometimes I'll go to
it
Titanfall
feels way
too.
better. It feels way better than Resistance. It feels like Destiny. Like the shooting feels like Destiny
Yeah, because
because it's
Destiny's
Bungie.
shooting is yeah, Destiny
It
shooting still
feels
feels amazing.
it feels heavier and more like,
Uh huh.
how do I want to say this? It feels more um direct is not the word I want to say. Like it
Tight in a
feels
sense, just like it feels
not
good.
it feels more deliberate is what I want to say.
Okay.
They're like obviously like Destiny's guns, some of them have like all kinds of weird stuff that they do, right? Because the
Yeah.
exotic guns have like, oh, if you shoot this many guys, they have little rockets that fly out, right? Or something stupid like that. Just as like an example. This is more of like, these are guns, these are deliberate feeling guns, and you're gonna shoot people. you know. Um like I found this really cool submachine gun the other day or yesterday, and like there wasn't anything special about it, but it was like a cool looking weapon and it felt really good to shoot. And like the kick on the gun like wasn't like shaking your controller to hell, essentially, right? Like
Hmm.
it was just really it was just really cool. It's weird because like obviously Call of Duty exists and that game has guns that are intended to shoot people, right? But like
Yes.
as someone who comes from a Destiny world, or like playing games that don't necessarily I don't really shoot a lot of people, right? Like it was kind of nice to have this cool, clean, vibrant looking game where like, oh yeah, I'm just going to shoot these things and watch their fake robot blood spill out everywhere while I escape with these weapons,
But I mentioned Insomniac with Resistance because I think how Insomniac create these odd guns. Like there's a base to them, there's a familiarity to them, but they do something kind of different because of like the alien tech that they're trying to incorporate. And then like with Titanfall too, of course the guns there is perfect. Like there's a well balanced and it sounds good, and it feels like it doesn't feel, even though it's video gaming, it doesn't feel video gaming when you shoot them. Like there's just something like, ooh, this is good quality. This is something reliable, and I want to do more of it.
um I will just have to take your word on that because I haven't played a lot of
And
Insomniac's shooters, but
I mean, that was just kind of the example I was trying to ask, but you said okay,
Yeah, no,
understandable.
I just didn't play a lot of PlayStation 3, so like,
Mm.
yeah. And the only PlayStation shooting I have,
Is Destiny.
well, yeah, but I meant like a PlayStation proper game. The only shooting that I know anything about is like Uncharted, and it's like that shooting feels like garbage. So it's definitely not about the shooting in that game.
Well, because I guess I kind of got like, for me, it's like there's Resistance, there's Titanfall 2, there's Metro Prime, and then there's Destiny / Halo, in a sense.
I mean,
Like
it definitely falls more along like the Destiny side of things,
okay,
in my opinion. You know, like it definitely, like if you are used to the shooting in Destiny, it kind of feels more along those lines. It's not like, it's not like it's not like the studio went from making, Destiny to like something fast paced and something like Doom, right?
yes,
It definitely, I mean, even the running animations are like ripped from Destiny, right? Like it feels, I know I
speedy
just said it doesn't
in a
feel like
sense.
Destiny, but like it feels like Bungie made this game, right? And I know
Okay,
people who play Bungie games know what that means, right?
mm-hmm.
Because like when we went from like Halo 3 and Halo Reach to Destiny, we knew what that felt like in a way, right? Where like, oh, the Guardians running animations are clearly ripped from Halo Reach, right? Like those
Yeah,
animations are Halo Reach running animations. Oh, that reload animation is like a Halo reload animation, right? Like all that still kind of exists in this world, but it feels different. And I don't know any other way to explain it other than like it feels like a more intentional Bungie shooter instead of like this, you know, space fantasy with, space wizards and worm gods and, you know.
but I think for me, and I know we're gonna move on for this. I think when it came to just the first Destiny, even though I had my problems with it, it felt different from Halo in a sense.
Oh, it really did.
But
Yeah. Especially if you
it
pick
did.
something other than the Titan, it definitely felt different.
So and then when I got to Destiny 2, it felt better at that time playing it on PlayStation 4 and then really getting into it on Xbox. Oh, it feels so good on Xbox. Where controlling the characters, controlling the shooting on Xbox felt good. But then when you start playing shooters that's like at 60 frames, that feels fast paced, it felt Destiny felt slower and just be like, man, this game needs to be faster. So when they upgraded Destiny, like I think Xbox One X, or it may be a
No,
Series
it
X or
was
PS5,
series. It was when they moved to next gen is when I got the
the
bump
next
to
gen.
60. Yeah.
Dude, playing that mug on 60 changed that game forever. A playthrough, just be like, oh, it feels much better.
Yeah, and I think Marathon actually is going to have a 120 hertz mode on console. I
Ooh,
think. Don't quote me
that
on
would
that.
be.
I think it's going to though.
Is it? But it's just at 60 now, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and Nick, if you're still in the chat, can you let
Oh,
me? I
he's
don't
here.
know
We're
if
talking about Marathon. He's here. I feel
um
his I feel his presence.
if you're still in the chat, need to know that is there a frame rate for it? Like, is it at 60 or is it at 120? If you're
Oh,
watching
on
this live,
PC it's unlocked, I think.
it's unlocked. It's
PC,
uncapped. Okay,
I know you can go as high as your PC can handle.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they did the breakdown of what you need for it for
Oh,
PC. You
I'm
know
sure
how
they
they
do.
do
I'm
that
sure it is on their website, I'm
everything.
sure. But
So,
so
I'm assuming that we'll probably hear more throughout the week. But big congratulations to Bungie. I haven't heard any server problems yet.
yeah, I haven't
For
either,
it,
hey
which is
man, they have
like
a lot of
really
open
good.
servers from Destiny not being used, so they just shove them over. Just
I
that
mean,
was mean. I'm sorry, that was mean. But seriously though, like I mean,
but
they
Corey,
they they
Corey,
needed.
actually, is it? I was about to say, I'm just like, is that shade or is that true? Because I know you're about to say it's probably something that they actually needed, and I'm not mad or anything.
Here's the thing, though, is like they needed to be ready for this because
Mm-hmm.
every time Destiny launches, well, up until after the final shape, at least, or up until the final shape, at least, like launch day always had server issues with Destiny, but also
Mm-hmm.
Marathon has dedicated servers, whereas Bungie or Destiny does not have dedicated servers because it's a free to play game. And so, like, all this has something to do with it, right? Like, oh, it's nice to have dedicated servers and having enough dedicated servers to where your product works when you're doing the server slam, right? Like, it's just, and again, I played it like a couple hours after it went live. So maybe at launch proper, maybe they had a little bit of a hiccup, but I didn't
I
experience any hiccups. I didn't experience any loading issues. I didn't experience any crashes. I didn't experience anything.
just reading off of Nick's messages. I didn't hear any about crashes or anything either. I was even actually looking up on Twitter and was looking at Blue Sky. I didn't really check Facebook or anything, but I'm just like, I haven't heard anything about any crashes. So it looked like the launch was successful and stuff. I don't know what time it actually launched on Friday. Or was it Friday?
It was
Or was it
yesterday.
Thursday?
What was yesterday? It was yesterday. Whatever yesterday was. Friday? Yeah.
Yeah,
Friday.
the 27th. So because I don't know what time it went live. I
Mhm.
was expected to go live. Maybe I thought it would be live like around 7 in the morning or 8 in the morning, but they probably did it. I don't know how all of that worked or
Yeah, I
anything.
mean they had launch times listed on their website, so like I don't
Okay.
know what it was, but they definitely had it, and I definitely got emails about it too. And I'm like, ah, joke's on you. I'm working until tonight, so it doesn't matter.
But you
Um,
have it installed.
I
But sorry.
nobody pays me at all to play their game, so like you get my opinion when I have time.
Well, that's I will say this. That's really good to hear about Marathon. Um, I can't wait to hear more. I can't wait to read the review. Everybody, if
Yeah,
check out Tower.
it'll probably be up next weekend, the review for this. So how it's going to work is Josh is going to write the main review, and we'll have second opinions essentially go out afterwards. So
But they could check out Tower Casual for
oh yeah,
live.
dude. I mean we already said like the next couple weeks for Tower Casuals and Xbox Casuals both will be marathon focused. So
Mhm.
no no questioning things there.
Yeah. But that's really good to hear. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Like I said, I'm not it's not my cup of tea. I'm not playing it. No disrespect to Bungie. I'm actually, rooting for Bungie to have us not only have a successful slam, but to have a successful release and everything. Hopefully
Mhm.
they do really good sale numbers. Um, because I believe Bungie
I mean, I
is
think it's
a
already one of the top. I think it's one of the best selling games on Steam already, as far as I can, as far as I've heard. I mean,
mhm,
pre orders are one thing, right? And like, obviously, like how many concurrents will it have on launch day versus launch weekend versus the 2 week tail, the 1 month tail, like you know
yeah.
when is the marathon that has lost 80% of its player base article going to go up by every website ever made because that's just how they get clicks. um
Mm,
but I again, big fan of Bungie. I mean, I've been open and saying I know people that work there. I have for a long time. I want them to succeed. I want them to have the very best
yeah.
launch they can. Like I also think it's worth noting. I have something I probably should have mentioned at the top of this discussion, but Bungie did provide me and Josh codes to Marathon. So or Bungie, Sony actually did, which is weird. I've never gotten an SIE email before, but it was Bungie, or it was Sony who provided us the codes. So, again, everything that I've talked about is in the server slam. I haven't said anything that I'm not supposed to yet. So, just thought I should be open with everybody that Josh and I were provided codes through Tower Casuals for Marathon.
Yeah.
Which also came with the Destiny Marathon cosmetics, which was cool.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. It's good to, and I think it's good to hear about this here on Nintendo Pow Block.
Yes, because Marathon confirmed Nintendo.
No,
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, but I think because of with the success of Resident Evil 9 and stuff like that, and I know how Sony is cagey with things. If something like Arc Raiders or something that is a extraction shooter can appear on Switch too, for a lot of us from Nintendo themselves, we're looking forward to Splatoon 4 whenever that's announced and released. And yeah, they, probably
Splatoon Raiders might actually be some sort of something like that, extraction survival shooter thing, right? I mean, that's what the name suggests, at least. But
yeah, and I think if we see more and it's successful, because Nintendo, they probably could bring something new to the extraction genre.
I mean, Splatoon would be a really interesting IP to do that with. I mean,
yeah,
it's already built for that, really. But
because we know I think people will be confused on well, how would that work? The main thing with Splatoon is how much you could cover the base with your team's paint. And if you take over, if your other team is taking over with their paint, the battle is a paint thing. It's not actually with each other. Stop, attacking the other players stops them so you could color more. But the other team also has a chance to, fix that and put in their paint and stuff. It's about the paint and coverage. It's not about the weapons, getting what you need to do to get out and stuff like that. Unless Nintendo is doing something very different. There's a basis, but they're expecting it more of that. Maybe a lot of extraction developers who make games like that don't be like, oh, Nintendo got this figured out. Oh, that's a cool idea. Maybe we could tweak that and put it in our game.
Yeah, I mean, plus Nintendo would add their own little twist to it, right? That's just, but yeah, that's my initial impressions of Marathon. Nick, you should come on Boss Rush and talk about it with me and Laurent this week if you're available.
Yes.
No obligation, obviously, but we would love to have you. So especially since you're the PC guy and you and Laurent can, rub your RAM sticks together or whatever you want to do. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
That's a little bit whoa. But you know what, Corey? I will say this before we move on. That would be something I would love. I would love to have Nick come on Boss Rush. And because I think, are you playing?
Maybe we can have an
or Xbox.
Me? I'm playing on Xbox.
So I think no, because LeBron is probably playing on PC. Because I would love to have it. I would love to have it where the three of you guys, or whoever's playing on PlayStation.
I mean, I would love to stream it. I would love to stream it with a team, and maybe, I don't know. Obviously, Laurent is busy with stuff. We'll probably do some sort of stream next weekend on it at some point.
You mentioned something, expansion pass.
Yeah, I mean, if Nick wants to come on and talk about it and he can't make Boss Rush, we can do a expansion pass on it, maybe.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. I'll take a break off and you guys go at it, because I really want to hear from PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and just talk about the experience that what you guys are getting off that platform, and then
I mean, if worse comes to worse, I can play on PlayStation. It's not that big a deal. Like I mean, the Server Slam is free for everyone. I can play on PlayStation and talk about that too. But, you know, I just prefer the Xbox controller for shooters.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Well, Corey, how about we get into just so that everybody know, I did just pre-order Pokemon Pokopia, so I will be talking about that.
Great.
Next time.
Can't wait to hear you talk about the weird Ditto kid.
They've been showing more of it,
dude. Every time I see that thing, it freaks me out. The Ditto kid freaks me out, dude.
Yeah. So I will be getting some hands-on time with that when that game releases, and so we'll talk about that next time on Pow Block. But then, everybody, it's time for Family News. Corey, take it away.
Is it time for Family News? Did you not get anything cool? Did you not do any pickups this week?
No pickups this week.
Lame. I also didn't get anything. I was just being.
I mean, I bought the Time magazine with the Pokemon from Gold and Silver.
Nerd.
Well, I'm glad that I did buy it because I went to work and we have our little magazine stuff in front of us, and they came in and took it. I'm like, "Where's the Pokemon magazines at?" Gone. I'm like, "Wow."
Well,
so I wanted to
people like their Pokemon, you know. So I guess whatever.
Yeah.
People like Pokemon. I don't know what else to say. I don't know.
We don't know.
So yeah. I may have something cool to show next week, but we'll cross that bridge when it gets here, maybe, if it gets here.
Yes.
I'm still in my Power Ranger Ninja Turtle collecting phase.
Mm-hmm.
So I did order those nice Ninja Turtles that I got, the Super 7 ones.
Yes.
I ended up getting Leonardo, and it's on its way. So there's probably 3, potentially 4 more that I would like to get, but I have to wait now. Like I can't spend any more money right now. I can't, like, absolutely cannot. But I need to get Raph still to get all 4 turtles at least. And then there's Splinter, Casey Jones. Thought about getting Karai. And then there's a Ninja April out there that apparently I don't know. I can't tell if it looks cool or not. But hey, what do I know? I just like having cool stuff on my shelf, and it bothers me that I only have 2 of the 4 turtles. Especially because, like, those movie ones that I bought, those NECA ones, dude, I just got rid of those. I can't. They're so... NECA's quality is so bad. I cannot stand NECA's quality at all. They're so bad, especially because, like, this Power Rangers Lightning Collection is so good for the most part, and, like, these Super 7 Ultimates Ninja Turtles are, like, the best collectibles I think I've ever purchased, maybe ever.
Yes.
Like, it just made those NECA ones feel like my Playmates toys from the 80s and 90s are in better shape than these things are. And these things, like, were new in box. And they cost like 12 times as much. So, you know, it's like, don't get me started. Even though I started by myself. But I ended up just selling them because I couldn't even stand having them on my shelf anymore.
Oh, wow. Yeah, someone bought them?
Someone bought them.
Oh, okay.
I sold them for about as much as I paid for them. So I broke even at least, but, like, good luck to that guy.
Have fun.
All right, where were we? Family News, right?
Family News, yes.
Yep, great. All right, Ed. I don't know if you knew this. Pokemon Presents happened this week.
Yeah.
The Pokemon Company marked Pokemon's 30th anniversary with a February Pokemon Presents packed with surprises, reveals, and celebratory updates across the franchise. Highlights included a full reveal of Pokemon Winds and Waves, which is the new generation coming in 2027. Confirmation that Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is launching on the Nintendo Switch 2 NSO. FireRed and LeafGreen are out and will have Pokemon Home support integration in the near future. The presentation also featured updates for Pokemon Go, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Masters EX, Pokemon Cafe Remix, Pokemon Sleep, and both physical and digital expansions for the Pokemon trading card game. While not every reveal was a blockbuster, the showcase delivered a wide-ranging celebration for Pokemon's past, present, and future. And there's plenty for fans to debate as the franchise heads into its next generation. Ed.
Yes.
There are some major things I want to talk about from this thing. But first of all, how did you feel about this Pokemon Presents overall? Top level.
So I kind of had to watch it late. Apparently I got caught into work for that. But when I did get a chance to see everything, I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, seeing the president of the Pokemon company, seeing Winds and Waves, just that whole 3-minute trailer. I'm like, oh my goodness, this game looks gorgeous. My only thing
My
is
daughter
just like,
loved the Pikachus that were dressed up at the
yes, that was super cute, and everything. And I love that how they be getting with all the artwork stuff. I'm like, ooh, I would love a Pokemon book, full of that art and everything. It look I wasn't mad at the release date for 2027, like some people were, because I'm like, well, Game Freak has Beast of Reincarnation, and they want to get their game out. Wow.
Right. Plus we just got Pokemon Legends ZA. I'm sure that'll have some sort of expansion. They're still pushing Violet and Scarlet. They just released Fire Red and Leaf Green. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there will be another Pokemon product this fall, right? I mean, I'm sure, right? But Pokemon Unite still going, right? They added the legendary birds to that. So
especially now they can, Nintendo, the Pokemon company, has moved on to Switch 2. They don't have to try to worry of, they got a more powerful system, so they could fully now develop for Switch 2 on a powerful system. So hopefully, the product comes out great. And like I said, I love the name Winds and Waves. When they was talking about the battle arena for like the Chase Center, they said they was gonna be at a bigger place. I'm like, where's that at? And everything. I'm just like, they never said where it was at, so I was a little bit lost on that part.
Yeah.
So, as for like everything else, I thought that was good for those who are into it. I don't really play a lot of the other stuff outside of it. Like even with Pokemon Sleep and stuff, which no disrespect to them, even Pokemon Unite, it's just like that stuff I just don't play.
And they didn't spend a lot of time on it, right? Like it was just like enough to like service the people it needed to service, and like I don't know. I think the biggest surprise to me was like Pokemon Go is still a thing, and it's hitting its 10th anniversary. Like, oh my gosh, dude, we've been around forever.
Yeah, still making that coin. So I'm not even mad about that. But I thought this was a great presentation. With it, I'm glad that Game Freak and Nintendo, the Pokemon company, really showed great starters. I do love the starters. It's kind of equal to me for all 3 starters. I know Brout is mine because that's grass. Pom Bomb was just getting mad love.
There's always one, man. There's always one.
But this is the thing about it. Fire has been literally fire for the starters.
Yeah.
Like, and so, and the the words to me. It's just like I would say this. I mean, I'd be a Pokemon player. But if any harm comes to Palm Bomb, I will destroy this place. And I was just like, okay, it's not that necessary. But that's how a lot of people were feeling in their thing. Uh, and Gekwa, who is a gecko, who and also Aqua and stuff. That's a really cute name and stuff. And I put Brout. Brout is giving so much Aries energy, and I love him for that because
Jeez.
with the brows and just the way that he looks, I was just like, yeah, he's getting, um,
He's
I
something.
I would help you, but I would destroy you if you cross me, or if you get on my nerves, and you know how us Aries get when we're past 10. I would say that. But like I do love the starters. The game looks wonderful. The water looks amazing, and I really hope that because I know people are weary about Pokemon Winds and Waves, with the performance and stuff like that. Um, and now that the game is going to get time, to be developed, it's not going to feel rushed or anything. I'm glad that Game Freak and the Pokemon Company and Nintendo are going to take their time with this game. So 2027 release is really, really great to have. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder. Because like if people were ripping on Pokemon ZA for being the budget only being $13 million or whatever, I'm like, what do you want? First of all, it's a spinoff game. Second of all, it's Nintendo. Third of all, like this game, like this company is known for working on handheld devices. Like they still clearly don't understand how to develop for console, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, hopefully they take what they learned from Beasts of Reincarnation or whatever, and like apply it to Pokemon in a way that makes sense. Right? Obviously, it doesn't need to look like that necessarily, but like, if you learn little tricks of like, oh well, we can make this frame rate work better here, we can make more active polygons here instead of just squares with textures, like I don't know. I think what frustrates me a little bit with Pokemon, at least,
Mm-hmm.
and not that I'm a huge Pokemon player, so I don't know if I really need to have an opinion on this, but like, it just feels like this franchise is so popular and these games are so popular, and yet it just feels like, I don't want to say they don't care, but it just feels like there's so much left on the table, essentially, where like you could spend more money and sell 10 million more units because the game runs better, or like it looks a little bit better, it doesn't look like an HD 3DS game, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, like, when some of your characters have voice acting and some of them don't, and I'm not talking about the trainers, I'm talking about like the Pokemon, some of them say their names and some of them just have the generic sounds from the Game Boy games, and it's like, what like, pick a lane. I don't care which one, but like, you know, pick one.
Right.
And I know like it would probably be really annoying to like do voice acting for how many Pokemon they say they have now, like 1,025 or whatever.
Yeah, I think go
But
close to
like,
like 1100.
still, that's it's not the player's problem that you decided to create all these monsters at this. Stop,
Mm-hmm.
stop making new ones. I don't know. Iterate on the ones you got. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the answer is, but like, um, I don't know. I hope this one looks nice. It reads nice. Like, it looks welcoming.
Yes.
The character designs look nice. I hope it's nice for the players. And it like, revisiting Pokemon Fire Red like makes me like, every time a new Pokemon game comes out, I want to be excited.
Mm-hmm.
I do, and I want to play it. But then I get paralyzed by like, I have 1,000 other games to play. I I want to like experience Pokemon in a way that makes sense for me, and like, it just hasn't in a long time, and honestly, I almost bought Pokemon Violet this week. Almost. I was like this close. But I'm going to play through Fire Red, see how I feel afterwards. And maybe I'll get, Violet or Scarlet or one of those and try to get back into this franchise that I want to love. And I used to love. I loved Pokemon. I loved Pokemon. The first 2 generations of Pokemon are amazing.
Yeah.
And like the other thing that I really want to do is like, especially after playing Animal Crossing with Riley today, like I want to experience it with my kids too. Cause like they love Pokemon, not the games, but like Riley loves Eevee for some, like loves Eevee.
Yes.
Loves Eevee. I mean, Eevee's cute. Eevee has all these different evolutions that are also cute. Like Miles likes Charizard and Blastoise because they destroy stuff because he's a crazy person. But they like Pokemon for different reasons, and they like Pokemon that I've never heard of. And so like I would like to experience these games with my kids too, because they are at an age where they like it in a way. I don't know, maybe Winds and Waves is the one that gets me back in. And I also really liked the GameCube game, and I thought about maybe I'll revisit that.
Yeah,
I know it's not like a traditional Pokemon game, but like it might be fun to play it a little bit.
I've never played the GameCube once.
Oh man, I used to own it. I used to have it and the strategy guide.
The Gale of Darkness. Yeah, I'm excited to play it and stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man, what a time. But yeah, I hope that, I hope Game Freak figures it out, because this is a franchise that I feel like deserves a little bit more than it's gotten in recent iterations. So, I did really like the Let's Go Eevee Pikachu game. But again, it's still red and blue, right? I mean, it's still that first gen. So,
yes.
Well, Ed, speaking of art, nothing really to say about this. I just thought it was interesting that the Pokemon Celebration video showcases over 1,000 new logos for the franchise's 30th anniversary. They made a logo for every Pokemon, essentially. They released a celebratory video highlighting its newly created set of 125 anniversary logos, one for every Pokemon in the series. The video spotlights starters and legendary Pokemon with charming animations, and before zooming in to reveal the full scope of the collection. It looks cool, man. They have a social media campaign going on with these and displayed on billboards in Tokyo and Osaka and other major Japanese locations.
You know what they were missing?
What?
I wish they did a 4K re-release of the first Pokemon movie.
I mean, they already remade it for the 25th anniversary.
They remade the first movie?
Yeah, they did like a whole CG they redid the whole movie in like CG.
I didn't know they did. I thought
it's on Netflix. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it is now, but it was, and I heard it was pretty bad.
Because I would love to have like a new Pokemon movie again.
Aren't they a transition for like? Because like I've been going through some old episodes. I remember we talked about them like sunsetting the original Pokemon series after so many years, and them doing a one starring another Pikachu, Captain Pikachu, essentially.
Yes.
Did that ever happen, or is this just kind of like a thing that sort of happened, but nobody really cares about?
Probably the second one no one cares about.
Well, anyways, but I thought the having a logo for every single Pokemon was like, that's a nice touch that you really didn't need to do, right? Like you could have probably gotten away with one with Pikachu, right? And that's kind of
Mhm.
your logo, but to have a different one for every Pokemon is kind of awesome because everybody has a favorite Pokemon, right?
Yes.
So, all right, Ed. Let's talk about some real news now.
Yes.
I think the biggest thing about Pokemon Winds and Waves is that it was revealed as a Switch 2 exclusive game. It's not coming
Mhm.
to Switch 1. It will have a global simultaneous release in 2027, developed by Game Freak. It will not be cross-platform. The marketing was clear that they are moving away from the original Switch hardware, unlike Legend ZA, which is very different for Nintendo and Pokemon Company to do that, move away
I
from old
think
hardware. Because remember,
I think
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon came out on the 3DS well after the Switch released, right? Like that was like
yeah.
one of the last, I guess, major releases on the 3DS, but it still came out on 3DS because there's 80 million of them out there.
Right.
So
Was this Sun and Moon a sequel to one of them?
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was a sequel to Sun and Moon.
So okay.
So yeah, I mean it was that kind of sequel thing. But yeah, usually the first generation that comes out after a new generation of hardware is on the last generation. And considering that the Switch, considering what they did with Pokemon Legends ZA, and considering that the Switch 2 is backwards compatible for the most part with Switch 1, like, I don't know, kind of would have made sense to make these for Switch 1, but like, to me, that tells me they're putting a little bit more care into this. And yeah, I don't know. We already talked about this, the starters. I think that this will be a nice change of pace for them. I hope that they utilize the power of the Switch 2 and not just kind of like, because that's kind of been the biggest criticism of the Pokemon games, that they just kind of look like HD 3DS games, right? And like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I want it. So far, what they've shown looks nice. They look really nice, and I hope they play nice. So I don't know if you have anything else to say about Winds and Waves, Ed, but it is worth noting that it is skipping the Switch 1.
Yes. And I think that makes sense because I think a lot of Nintendo and other developers and stuff are trying to move past the Switch. And I think as when more development kits get out, hopefully Nintendo could get more development kits out, there'll be a full transition away from Switch 2. But it may not happen until, actually, Corey, I think it probably won't actually happen until 2027.
I mean, that's
At
fine.
least for
They
everybody else.
said the Switch was going to last for 10 years, and this is year 9. So,
Mhm.
I mean, I don't care either way. I told you, if they're going to remaster or remake any old games from like the Wii or GameCube era, it totally makes sense for them to
Yeah.
go on the Switch 1, right?
Yes.
But also like new rumors are suggesting that which I couldn't find. I heard this on a Nintendo podcast that I was listening to earlier this week. But I couldn't find like a source, like the main source that they were using. I couldn't really find it, so I didn't put it in the news. But basically, what they had said was like Nintendo has kind of reiterated that Virtual Console, they're really going to not do the Virtual Console thing, and that all their classic games will be on NSO at some point, including, and then they started talking about Wii and DS and 3DS, and like kind of hinting that the Wii and the DS consoles are coming at some point. But this was in an interview apparently with like Gamatsu or something, but I couldn't find the link, so I didn't use it.
But
But
I think we knew about the retro console. I think once they put
yeah, we
all the
definitely
games
did. But
out
this
in
was
this
like
month.
them explicitly mentioning like Wii and handheld titles, like later gen handheld titles. So it's like, oh, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? You know, but whatever. I guess it's not really that important at the moment until they announce it. But
I mean, it really, for us, that means it allows that, because once we come out, that's the last gen. Because we talked about Wii U, kind of most of half of that library is already on Switch. And so they could they could do something with that if they care to. With DS and 3DS, those are the last two handhelds in a sense. And so they could add that. And once that's added on, most of all of NSO, most of Nintendo's history stuff is there. The only one that would be missing is like the 64DD and like the satellite view. That's pretty much it. And Game and Watch or whatever. Like
yeah, but those Game and Watch packs are on the Game Boy Advance NSO, and like, that it's rumored that Satellaview Zelda game is coming, and the Metroid one are coming to the Super Nintendo NSO at some point. Like those are also rumors that are floating around. So like, I think, I mean, Nintendo still has a ton of stuff they could pull from for like NES and SNES and N64 and stuff, but like,
I mean, they still got an arcade line they could put out.
Well, Hamster's kind of been doing that though, right? I mean, they put out the Donkey Kong arcade stuff and the Mario arcade stuff.
So. Yeah, but like, did they? Oh, yeah, Hamster did. But I'm just like, dude, the Mario Kart, Bandai Namco stuff.
I mean, that would be cool.
By Capcom.
Yeah, I wonder if they would ever release those on console.
Right.
But I also wonder if they make too much money in arcades still for those. Like, I mean, I don't know what I know it's clearly not their primary business, but like, I wonder if those machines make them, like, I wonder if they make them enough money to keep them off of the Switch too, right? Like, I guess is what I'm saying. Because like that Mario Kart game would be awesome, or at least like put those courses. Like when they announced the DLC for Mario Kart 8, I thought a lot of those courses were going to be from the arcade game, and they weren't. They were from the mobile game.
Yeah, because like, well, the Mario Kart one, it has like the pictures, the face pictures you could do, and you could put them on. Those are like not drivers, but they let you know on top of the head or where you were at in the race and stuff. So I don't know how Nintendo would handle that. But like Punch Out, your main character, he's like iron built, like the iron kind of design, kind of built and stuff. Killer Instinct, the arcade version, that never really got a release. Because Killer Instinct on N64 was only Killer Instinct 2. I believe. I know someone said Killer Instinct Gold, but
there was. I mean, the first Killer Instinct was on Super Nintendo, I thought.
Yeah, but the arcade version never. When the
it's in Rare Replay now, right? Like it's in that collection now. There's a lot of Killer Instinct in that Rare Replay collection. I don't know. I don't know the history of Killer Instinct to know that much, but.
Yeah, because I would have to look at the Rare Replay version. I forgot which version they actually had on.
Well, there's 2 or 3 of them in there.
Yeah, well, there's Killer Instinct Go, and then Killer Instinct 2 should be it. But
there's 2 or 3 on there. So I know Killer Instinct and Killer Instinct Gold are on there. So I don't know about the.
Because I think Killer Instinct 2 is on NSO for N64, but not the arcade version. In a sense, I think they made some changes on the N64 version, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I just think that like Nintendo Arcade Division, which doesn't have a huge lineup in a sense, should like come to the console, because I would love to play Luigi's Mansion again. The Capcom one. That was really, really fun. And I want to like beat it and stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if they could do something interesting and like use mouse controls or something, or like motion controls for those. Like I wonder.
Get the wireless vacuum cleaner, like a small little vacuum
Oh
cleaner
gosh,
jetpack.
yeah, they could definitely sell an accessory. Don't give Nintendo an excuse to sell another accessory for through NSO. Ed.
And how
My
quickly
wallet
will we
can't
order?
handle another $100 accessory.
Look, that's what I was about to ask you. Just like how quickly will we order it?
Look, unless it's a second screen for DS and 3DS games, please don't sell another accessory.
The must is going to be so hard to find if they do that.
What, the screens?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
do
If you have to buy them
pre-orders.
through NSO, I doubt it. Because you would have to buy them. You have to have an NSO subscription to buy any of the accessories.
Yeah,
So, like, I don't know, man. The Virtual Boy and the GameCube controller were both. I didn't have any problems getting those, which I thought the GameCube controller was going to be extremely difficult to get, but it was not. Also, they put limitations through accounts to get those. So,
yeah. So, well, I guess we'll see.
yeah, I guess. But okay, Ed. Speaking of accessories that we don't need, Pokemon themed mini Game Boy music players were revealed for the franchise's 30th anniversary. The Pokemon Company has unveiled that Pokemon Red and Blue game music collection. It's a Game Boy jukebox, a novelty mini Game Boy style music player that plays classic tracks from Pokemon Red and Blue. But here's the catch, Ed. 45 collectible cartridges. Each having their own song based on a different region, gym, or battle. It's priced at $69.99 in North America. It will focus on authentic chiptune audio rather than gameplay, with original composer Junichi Masuda noting special care was taken to replicate the Game Boy sound, making it a nostalgic display piece rather than a functional handheld console. So, yeah, have fun getting those cartridges, everybody.
Yeah, I was
Because I
trying to
think they're
figure out
selling
like
the cartridges separately, aren't they? Like it comes with some, but you have to like buy the other ones.
I do not know.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how that's working either, because I can't imagine it's going to have 45 cartridges in the same box.
Right. And
Right?
why
Like,
not 46? Because I'm just like, okay, that's supposed to be red and blue. Okay, cool.
well, I
I'm
mean, there's
like,
duplicate. I mean, the music is all the same in the
yes.
games. The games are the same.
What?
It's just which Pokemon you catch in it are different.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if the red and blue cartridges are going to have the same soundtracks, or are they going to be different?
Oh,
Because
well,
why would one of them?
each cartridge has a different song on it. It'll like that. There's only going to be 45 total cartridges. What color is on the front is going to be that color for everybody. I just don't know if you have to buy them all or not.
Right, because I'm just like this. They were only showing like red and blue. They weren't showing different color cartridges.
No, they're only red and blue. It's only for Pokemon.
Right, but I'm like, what am I? If I get this blue cartridge,
Mm-hmm.
is those same tracks are going to be on a red cartridge, or is it going to be different tracks?
No, each cartridge only has one track on it.
Oh, I thought it was going to be multiple tracks.
No, each cartridge only has one track on it. That's the point. You have to collect all the cartridges. I don't know if they're selling all the cartridges together or not. That's the problem.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
the confusing part. I didn't know.
That's what I got
didn't-
out of it. Maybe I'm wrong. That's what I got out of it, is that there's 45 tracks and there's 45 cartridges, and you have to collect all the cartridges to get all the soundtrack.
Right, because I'm thinking just like, wait a minute. I'm like, okay, if there's going to be 45 tracks, there's got to be one missing. Because I'm like, there's red and blue, so we're gonna have what? More blue than red, or more red than blue? One game is gonna be missing. That I don't know.
Well,
I'll just wait to just throw them on NSO music, so the music app, so I could rock out to them. I'm just thinking, what NSO got the leaf green and fire red ones? think so.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Corey. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it does. They came last week when they were announced. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a totally different game on Nintendo Music this week, but that's fine. A good one, but not one that kind of random to put on there at this point, but it's fine.
Pretty
All
much.
Right. So Ed, speaking of Pokemon collectibles, we have two other stories here about collectibles. Lego's Mini Pokemon Centers is set to launch for Lego Insiders. It's out already for Lego Insiders. It's probably already sold out for Lego Insiders. This is a 233-piece mini Pokemon Center. It has sliding doors, a healing station, a seating area, and a PC inside. And you must is a must-have for adult Pokemon fans, but is only redeemable with 2,500 Lego Insider points through their loyalty program. So make sure you registered your sets so you have your points. Well, it's kind of a weird thing to have exclusive, but okay. It's fine. It looks neat.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I'm not a Lego collector, so
I didn't know about the Insiders members. I'm like, oh, this is new to me. Oh, cool.
It's been a thing for a while, I think. And like you get perks at like Legoland and all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, so is this something that you have to buy from Lego? Like, or do you
I
go
don't
to a
think you sign up. I think you just go online and like create an account and then you say, I want to be a member.
Okay.
So in the last bit of collection type news, Pokemon Cross Jimmy Paul High Fashion Collection launches online for you fashion folks.
Yeah, I seen some of the fashions.
I don't know what Jimmy Paul is, but they have teamed up with Pokemon Company to release a high fashion ROAM collection, a Rome collection, if you will. Inspired by Pokemon showcased at the London Fashion Week and now available on the Pokemon Center website. Line includes bags, caps, t-shirts, jackets, etc. from the Kanto region, with prices ranging from around $39.99 for smaller items to $200+ for jackets, bags, standout pieces, blah blah blah. Cool. I will not be buying any of this.
I seen some YouTube shorts, them showing off at Fashion Week the Pokemon collection. Some are really cool and everything.
I don't doubt that they're cool. I'm just saying, like, it's a pretty penny for that.
Yeah, I think there was a coat that the Pokemon that's in the egg, they had a coat shaped like that Pokemon with the red and blue. I cannot think of its name. But they had a coat like that. I'm like, oh, that's really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll take a look at it. I want to see what they offer.
Cool. All right, let's hop back into the games real quick, and then we'll get into things beyond Pokemon, because I'm sure everybody is really digging our Pokemon conversation here. So Pokemon Legends ZA adds Mega Garchomp Z today via a mystery gift. So the mystery gifts are part of the Legends ZA game, I guess, and and the gift event introduces Mega Garchomp Z to Pokemon Legends ZA, giving Gen 4 fans a faster hovering pure dragon type evolution exclusive to the Mega Dimension DLC, which players can unlock by entering a special hyperspace dimension. So sure. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
And the last kind of bit of news here for Pokemon, Ed, is that Pokemon Champions, the game that's been on an eShop coming soon release calendar for quite some time, is set to launch on Switch in April. So Pokemon Champions will arrive on Switch in April 2026 with a mobile release later in the year, offering free to start play, a Dragonite bonus for early downloaders, and integration with Pokemon Home to bring over select Pokemon from titles like Pokemon Legends ZA, while training results and Megastones carry over for eligible Pokemon. So look forward to that, everybody.
Yes.
I think that's it for Pokemon news, major news at least. There's probably some more that minor news. Oh wait, I forgot the Pokemon Pokopia trailer. I need to talk about that. It's launching this week. I can't believe this game's already coming out. I feel like this year is also going by so fast. Pokemon Pokopia launching on Switch 2 on March 5th. The Pokemon Company's latest trailer reveals new companions like DJ Rotom, who mixes your in-game soundtrack, and Chef Dente, a culinary ingredient, while showcasing expanded cooking mechanics, multiplayer features, and playful hide-and-seek interactions, giving fans even more reasons to be excited about this adorable adventure. The Ditto Kid freaks me out, Ed. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm super excited for this game. I think it's good for us, Corey, because you'll have Marathon Friday. I'll have Pokopia, and I'll be off that day. So maybe we'll talk more about that on Pow Block.
Yeah, I mean we'll talk about it at some point. Here's the thing. I'm not against this game at all. I think it looks actually like if I wasn't already playing Dreamlight Valley and now Animal Crossing with Riley, like I actually thought about getting this because I enjoy a good life sim. It might be a different kind of whatever, but it's a wait and see for me now because there's just too much else to play and do and everything else. So, but I hope it's fun. I think the ideas are cool. I think a lot of the quality of life things they seem to be fixing from other life sims, like when you cook, for example. One of the things I saw was when you go to cook things, it uses things that are in your inventory within your home or whatever instead of in your actual inventory, which is nice. Like Disney Dreamlight Valley just did that, and it's been out for 3.5 years now. Like they just added that in November. So like there's stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I appreciate that from the get-go. More people should definitely do that. But
I think Cuisinier does the same thing, kind of like that. Or you have like extra stuff in your storage, it'll take it so that you can continue to cook without worrying about anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, all right. Let's move on to some other non-Pokemon news.
Yes.
Ed, I'm sure you saw this, but fans are wanting refunds over the Xenoblade Chronicles X Switch 2 upgrade issues. Some players are voicing frustration with the recently released Switch 2 edition of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, with reports that visual upscaling, particularly in handheld mode, introduces shimmering and texture problems that can make the game look worse than the original Switch or even Wii U versions. While the $5 upgrade delivers a smooth 60 FPS experience and performs well when docked, concerns over filtering and image quality have led some fans to request refunds, and Nintendo actually issuing them, highlighting a growing divide between technical expectations and real-world performance.
I think Monolith softened them. They're probably working on a patch to get it fixed.
Well, the rumor is that Monolith Soft didn't do the updates. It was another company, and I wonder if it was someone like Panic Button who has been working on the Switch 2 editions of games. Or maybe that company they bought in Florida, right? Remember they bought that company that's located in Florida to help companies port games to Switch 2?
Yes.
I wonder if it's, they haven't come out and confirmed or denied anything. of who worked on this, but I wonder if it's something like that, where like they just whoever was working, because I feel like, especially Monolith, if they were working on this internally, like I wonder if they like they wouldn't have let this slip.
work.
You know, they wouldn't. They care too much about the quality of their games, whether you like them or not. It's a different story. But like, you know, I feel like they would have not let this happen. So, I don't know. I still bought the upgrade because it's $5, dude. I'm like,
yeah, it's sitting on my Switch too, so I haven't done nothing with it. I'm like, I get to this when I'm ready.
I need to. Man, that's a series I need to. That's a series I would really love to like double and triple down on. But
I need to finish 2 and 1.
All right, Ed. Let's talk about some classic Marvel games. This got me really excited when I saw this.
This shocked me.
The Marvel Maximum Collection brings 6 classic superhero games to the Switch. The X is capitalized. I thought it was like, oh man, a ton of X-Men games, except like only one of them is a X-Men game. So I don't know why the X is capitalized, but Limited Run Games has teamed up with Marvel and Konami to announce the Marvel Maximum Collection, a retro anthology coming soon to Nintendo Switch and other platforms, featuring 6 classic Marvel titles spanning arcade, NES, SNES, and Genesis eras, including X-Men, the arcade game, the 6-player version with online multiplayer, Ed. Yes, give it to me. We are streaming that. I don't care how we do that.
Yes.
Spider-Man and Venom, Maximum Carnage, Silver Surfer, and more. The Avengers, Captain America and the Avengers is also on this list, which is the lesser known arcade game. But yeah, man, I can't wait. It has modern enhancements like online play, rollback netcode, save states, rewind, display options, digital museum, and a newly composed music by Chris Hulsbeck.
Now, so that everybody know, I'm assuming that Limited Run. I'm assuming that Konami is doing the publishing and somehow got the rights, because Konami's only doing. They only own X-Men, the arcade game. Everything else, I believe, is from Acclaim.
Well, Acclaim. Well, Marvel owns this stuff, right? Like that's the big thing.
So
right?
yeah, so that was the question at the time. My question when I made this confusing, because I'm like, well, Konami didn't produce all the other work. How did they get it under this collection? You know, because I'm like, when I was seeing everything, I'm like, well, Acclaim did most of this work, and I think someone else did like the Captain American stuff. The game comes from different publishers at that time, from the 90s and 2000s. So that's why I was just like kind of, weirded out for a little bit. But to hear that Konami, Marvel, and Limited Run is doing it, yeah, give it to me. I'll take it.
Well, I also wonder if this is a thing where like Limited Run, not to like, man, I don't know. I wonder if this is a thing where like Konami is providing them with the games that they did, but this is really a Limited Run project where they like went out and actually got like, maybe they went to whoever owns Acclaim now, right? Like, because Acclaim is coming back in some way. And said, look, we know Acclaim published these games. We would like to like have the publishing rights to these. And I wonder if they made some sort of deal with Acclaim, whoever owns that now, right?
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. I wonder if it's some sort of thing like that. And Konami's like, well, we want to cut because the best game on this collection is ours. So, I wonder. But anyways, it's a Marvel thing, right? So like Marvel probably is like, we own it all, so it doesn't matter.
Throw it all together. Come on, Limited Run. And yeah,
so But yeah, I'm this dude. This was exciting. I love the X-Men arcade game like almost as much as I love the Ninja Turtles arcade game, and you know how much I love the Ninja Turtles arcade game.
Yes. Now
So
I wonder, is it just digital and physical, or
they're I'm pretty sure that it is a I'm pretty sure that they're getting a physical release. I think it's digital first, and then limited run has some sort of collector's edition for it. I'm sure.
because I'm just
Uh,
like, because I'm just, dude,
I
I
can't see
made
this. I can't see this being only digital. You know, like
this makes no
especially if
sense.
limited run is doing this. Like, there's no way. So that's my opinion. But
Because I'm just like, do I just buy it physically? I mean, do I just buy it digitally, or
I mean,
do I get double?
I'm just gonna buy it digitally, and if the physical edition is worth getting, then maybe, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, I'm just gonna,
Put it as digital. I think
yeah,
same here.
yeah. So,
Because as much as I played the X-Men arcade game, I never got a chance to beat it. And so this is my chance to beat it.
oh man, dude, we're gonna stream that too. Write that down.
Yes.
Write it down. Uh, let's see. What else was I? Right. Okay. Final Fantasy news, Ed. Let's move on to that. Also, shout out to Maximum Carnage. It's not an amazing game, but it's one I remember. It was a Genesis game with the red cartridge. I remember.
Mm-hmm. Thought that came out for Super Nintendo also.
Maybe it did. I had it for Genesis, so I don't.
Yeah, because they both had the red cartridges. Yeah.
Um. So shout out to that game too. All right. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Ed.
Yes.
We know this trilogy is coming to Switch 2. There was an interview with director Naoki Hamaguchi, who described the larger, more detailed open world zones as challenging production process. But the team is optimizing the game to balance stable performance and improve visual quality. And they confirmed that both Rebirth and the trilogy's third installment will deliver the same gameplay experience as the other platforms, and they will continue to target a consistent 30 frames per second on Nintendo Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I wonder how that open world stuff is going to work with Switch 2, but hey, I think it's incredible that the Switch 2 is getting games like this. Like, it still kind of blows my mind that Nintendo is getting I mean, it was weird when we got Doom and The Witcher on Switch 1, but we're going to continue to get these games, and Resident Evil seems to be performing well, and I don't know, man. I'm just I'm glad. I think Final Fantasy VII is probably the most intense project for this console so far, but I think it also helps that they're using last gen Unreal Engine 4, which is proven to work on Switch 1 as well. And they also have it heavily modified for what they need it to do. So,
Yes.
and that runs on lower end platforms, right? So, yeah, cool.
And the game key card works.
Yeah. So, it's also worth mentioning that Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate claims second place on the January 2026 US charts for Nintendo. Sort of second place, just behind Pokemon Legends ZA and just ahead of Donkey Kong Bonanza, while also breaking into the top 10 best-selling games for the month. Overall, the resurgence obviously is attributed to the combined sales of Nintendo Switch 2 and Xbox versions amid a month of Switch 2 hardware spending. Helped offset declines on PlayStation 5 and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I mean, people clearly wanted this thing, right, on Switch 2. I think we saw a little bit of people wanting it portably because of the success on the Steam Deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that this is, I'm shocked that it's that high, honestly, a little bit. But good for them. You know, I mean, they've been wanting more sales out of this series. It hasn't met expectations, but we all know Square's expectations for things.
Of course.
So who knows, right? But good for them. I'm glad that it's succeeding. So
yeah, like I said, I'm enjoying it, dude. It's
yeah,
so
I'll
good.
get to it eventually. I'll get to it eventually, Ed. Stop yelling at me. Gosh. Oh, man. All right. Let's move on to another favorite Japanese publisher of ours, Bandai Namco.
Yes.
Have they accidentally teased Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, Ed? Bandai Namco appears to have hinted that its upcoming 2027 project, Dragon Ball Age 1000, could be Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, after its Southeast Asia YouTube channel briefly added the Age 1000 trailer to a playlist titled Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. While the developer has not officially confirmed the title, the game promises a new Dragon Ball world with original characters by the late Akira Toriyama, and more details are expected at Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour 2026 in April. Man, Battle Hour. Sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds crazy.
What if it was like they're evil? But I guess for Dragon Ball games? Question mark.
I mean, yay. I don't care about Dragon Ball at all, honestly, but look, if they are doing this, then cool. I'm all for everyone succeeding in a way that makes sense for them. And Dragon Ball games sell well, and we know that Bandai Namco needs money. So why not? Seems like a layup for them. People like the Xenoverse games, right? I think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Pretty much Bandai Namco is the only place that you could get most of the anime style games anyway. So
yeah. All right, Ed. Two more news stories here. One is sort of interesting. The other one's more of just like look what Capcom did. Digital Foundry praises Resident Evil Requiem Switch 2 port and calls it impressive despite some frame rate wobbles. Digital Foundry's tech analysis of Resident Evil Requiem on Switch 2 highlights Capcom's success in preserving the game's core visual identity while leveraging DLSS to upscale docked and handheld resolutions, resulting in surprisingly sharp graphics despite internal resolutions of 540p and 360p. Though frame rates remain inconsistent, often dipping below the 60 FPS target. I'm shocked that it's running close to 60 frames a second at all, to be honest with you. Minor visual cutbacks aside, level loading and save times are notably fast, making this one of Switch 2's strongest, making this, quote, one of Switch 2's strongest third-party releases yet. So, okay, cool. I mean, we knew this was going to try to hit 60 FPS. What does a dip mean? Does this mean does it dip like below 30? Does it dip below 50? Because anything over 30, I feel like it's a win. In my opinion.
I think it's just like a little kind of stutter here and there. Not a big stutter, but you can know the difference that it was moving at the same frame rate, and then it kind of slows down and then goes back up, going up and down. So it'll hit 60, drop to like maybe 58, go back to 60, 58, depending on where your area is at in the camera and stuff like that. If it was a consistent 60, or even let's just say 45, because that's kind of like the first FPS that people want them to hit. If it was a straight 60, it would just be everywhere you go, the bar would never drop, and everything. So like let's just say if the Xbox Series S just stayed at 45 frames per second and stuff, that system would be powerful enough to hold it consistent without dropping anything, whether you're doing performance or gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder, man, I wonder how. The thing is, like, I wonder, like, if companies really, because it's pushing what 1440p, I think they want it to hit, but like, I wonder if they just scaled it to 1080p if they could get more out of it, right? Because like, I feel like, yes, 1440p, 4K obviously is like an amazing resolution, but like, I think a lot of people have kind of said that 1440p kind of seems like the sweet spot for like, it's visually good enough, so give us higher frame rates or better kind of texture fidelity or whatever within this visual whatever. And so like, you know, I wonder if they just scaled that back to 1080p, that DLSS up to 1080p, like if they could get more out of the frame rates. But you know, again, I wonder, or let me back up. I think anything over 30 frames is a win. And the fact that it is targeting 60 and might wobble between 45 and 60 probably is a win for most people playing on this platform, especially in handheld mode. So I don't know. That's just my opinion, I guess. So
yeah. And they can always start like throwing patches to get the
that's the thing, is like, I'm sure there will be several performance patches for this thing across the board, right?
Yes.
That's probably safe to say one way or another. Speaking of safe to say, Ed, I actually found this when I was researching something for work, and I came across this article and I thought it was interesting. This comes from a tech website called Reuters. I don't know if you know if you've heard of that website or not, Ed.
Reuters? Reuters?
Yeah. And we use it a lot for work, for tech news stuff, but
they report a lot of business stuff here and there.
Yeah, like tech business type stuff, really.
Okay, yeah.
But Nintendo announced a strategic unwinding of shareholdings on February 27th, 2026, with companies including MUFG Bank, Kyoto Financial Group, Resona Bank, and DNA selling a combined total of roughly 290 billion yen worth of shares, while Kyoto-based gaming giant plans to buy back up to 14 million shares worth 100 billion yen. The move follows regulatory encouragement to reduce cross shareholdings, a practice long used in Japan to strengthen business ties, and caused Nintendo shares to close nearly 3% higher, with Kyoto's financial group's stock surging almost 10%. So this seems very like Nintendo is trying to be more financially independent, it seems, by buying back this much stock.
So Nintendo is buying the stock from them.
Yeah.
That they invested in.
They are planning to buy back up to 14 million shares worth 100 billion yen. Yeah.
So when they sell games and stuff, or a percentage of games,
yeah, because like
Nintendo would keep more of the revenue than they would. Okay.
Yeah, because right, I mean that's what investing in these companies. That's when you have shareholders, you have to, when they invest in your company, you have to pay them back a percentage every time you whatever your deal is with them. Like you have to pay X amount to them until like their investment is paid off, or like if they're buying shares in your company, then they're invested in you and you have to it's a whole, I'm not smart enough to explain it 100% correctly, but like essentially if they invest in you, you have to pay them back essentially. So the fact that they are buying 100 billion yen worth of shares like that seems like a move for them to be less dependent on these investors and more independent financially, although they'll still have investors, obviously, right? So, and it seems like it looks like the way this reads actually is it looks like they have less investors, but those investors are investing more into Nintendo. And then Nintendo is buying more stock back for themselves to be more independent. So they rely on less investors.
Right.
So,
like,
I mean, someone much smarter than me could probably explain this much better, but
because definitely with the sale of the Switch and all of those games, like Nintendo, and I think we talked about this and Kip talked about it about being like kind of like the number one company that has a cash flow for them, and because of the Switch, that added more to their cash flow. So with this, they have the money to do that. So if they do get gains and switch to sales more and stuff, the return on them, Nintendo gets to keep and then give to whatever the difference is in the percentage or stock that they hold to everybody else. So that's more money for Nintendo than anybody else. But that's a smart move because if anything happens to those companies, them selling that stock, they got whatever money they got from Nintendo that they could use to keep their business open.
Yeah. So good for them.
Yeah.
Look, financial independence is, more and more these days seems like the better way to be.
The DNA shocks me. I'm like,
well, they were working with them on that mobile strategy, right? And like, if they're not pushing mobile games all that much anymore, then like, it's probably not worth.
Yeah.
I mean, the last game they worked on was that new Fire Emblem game that came out like a year ago that nobody talks about, right? So I don't know if that had something to do with it or if like, it just, I don't know, it is what it is. I guess it wasn't very good. Fire Emblem Heroes is still financially more viable than those, it looks like. So,
Dragalia.
Gosh, yeah, man. It's so funny because that game apparently was like really good and just nobody played it because it was a mobile RPG.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wonder if they would have stuck that out. If that could have been like their Genshin Impact or something.
Pretty much. Everybody was. I know. I was hoping for a Switch port of that mug. I'm like, I'll play this on Switch. I want to play this on mobile.
Yeah. Look, man, I have my mobile games, and I've been playing enough Fire Emblem for.
And then Fire Emblem Heroes just start bringing in mad bank.
Dude, that game still brings in like hundreds of millions of dollars a month.
Almost the money it brings in every week.
Dude, it's nuts. The thing is, too, is like you look at how much things cost compared to other mobile games, and it's like the stuff doesn't cost that, like, because it's a free to play game. So like, but like nothing costs like it doesn't cost like a terrible amount of money to like buy
like an
orbs or whatever, right? Yeah. Like some games will charge you like $100 for their biggest pack or whatever. I think their biggest pack is like $59.99, which is like the cost of a game, which again, it's a lot of money, but also they have a pack that's $3.99. So like, you're basically buying at your own risk at this point, which is any free to play game. But this one feels less predatory. Plus they have their like monthly pass that you can buy and that you get stuff with, and extra, like, I played this morning because there's a new event going on now because the anniversary event's over. So there's a new event. Dude, I probably got, I played through, I probably got 70 orbs for free, which is like, every unlock costs between 4 and 5 orbs. So whatever, I don't know, you do the math, but, I mean, that's like, what's 8 or 9 characters essentially. plus like extra stuff.
Summer costume.
Not. No, there's no. It's no. The event that's going on right now is the it's a three houses thing going on right now, but like all the characters they're selling are like the emblem versions of the three houses character. It's like I don't know what's going on, but I imagine there will be a Fortune's Weave character event going on soon because of the game coming out.
Yes.
So that's exciting for me and no one else I talk to, but don't worry, I will be playing Fortune's Weave and not the mobile game.
I think we'll all be playing Fortune's Weave.
Dude, I cannot wait for Fortune's Weave, dude.
I'm just like, who is going? Dude,
I'm so excited, but I'm trying not to burn myself out on Fire Emblem before then.
I agree, but it's just like, who's going to be our iconic queen? Who's going to be our like legendary girl in that game? I mean, and that me because
I mean, look, we'll find her.
We will.
Well, here's the thing. I know people have already hailed some of these characters as like their waifus for the game or whatever. Like, I'm trying to stay, except for that initial trailer, I'm really trying to stay media blackout on this game. Except for like a Nintendo Direct, if we have to watch it, like cover it. I'm not looking up anything people are talking about. I'm not looking up anything.
This is the thing. After that trailer drop, Corey, Nessie went silent. It's always been silent. We've been talking about it, but we're just waiting for the Nintendo Direct because we want to see more.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just thinking that okay, they're gonna go full in and drop some more info. After that trailer came out, it went straight silent.
Good.
To the point where, because everybody was just like, okay, let me play Engage. Let me go to 3 houses. I'm just like, yeah, throw 3 hopes. Go play 3 hopes. Go get your life with Shaz.
Yeah. Girl. I mean, man, I wish that she was in the main game, but it's a different story for a different day, I guess.
Yes.
Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh, Nintendo financials. Yeah. All right. Let's how do we even get on that? Oh, we were talking about the DNA partnership.
Yeah. DNA leading us to Fire Emblem, which that's too. Yeah.
Man, dude, I'm so addicted to that game. I gotta stop playing it. I'm like really addicted to it. I can't stop playing it. All right, Ed, let's head in the pack watch. Ed's frozen.
Yes.
Watch. I need more excitement, Ed.
Watch. Yes.
Ed's being quiet. I don't know why. It's fine.
Because it's late at night.
So that stops me. Here are the games that you can play on your Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 this week. Buy them, play them. You can burn them to the ground. I don't know what you do with these things. No. All right, Ed. On 3-3, Scott Pilgrim EX is coming to Nintendo Switch for $28.99. Not on sale. That's just the price of the game. When Scott Pilgrim's bandmates are abducted by shadowy forces, a brand new adventure begins. Scott Pilgrim EX is an action-adventure game where players can fight as Scott Pilgrim, Ramona Flowers, and more as they battle through the fractured time and space of Toronto. Also on 3-3, Legacy of Kain, Defiance Remastered, $24.99 is coming out. Play as the vampire Kain and his betrayed Lieutenant Raziel. Wield legendary blades, use supernatural abilities, and battle through a world of conflict, intrigue, and prophecy as their paths collide across the dark world of Nosgoth.
Yes.
On 3.5, we're getting a bunch of games on 3.5, beginning with the big one, Pokemon Pokopia for $69.99. Savor the slow life with a relaxing life simulation game devoted to crafting, creating, and building. Play as a Ditto and build a new life with Pokemon from the ground up. With help from your Pokemon friends, rebuild a desolate world into a charming utopia, one step at a time. Also on 3.5, Back to the Dawn for $34.99 USD. Back to the Dawn is a story-rich RPG set in a high-security prison, ruled by factions and buried secrets. Investigate 2 conspiracies from the inside, gathering evidence and outsmart a system designed to silence you. Make friends or foes with fellow inmates, and with their help, break out of prison. On 3.5, we are getting Planet of Lana 2, the sequel to...
so big for this game.
This game, I really liked the first game. It's a very colorful 2D side-scrolling kind of adventure. This is $19.99. The first one is also on sale right now if you care to play it on Switch 1 or 2. Planet of Lana 2 is a cinematic puzzle adventure built around companionship and trust. Guide an older, more agile Lana and her loyal companion Mui as their bond becomes the key to moving forward in a world where beauty and danger live side by side. Also on 3.5, we're getting Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse. It's $20 even for the deluxe edition and $16.99 for the regular edition. Nevergrave is a 2D action game where you journey with the aid of a cursed hat. Adventure into dungeons, fight with magic, and sometimes even use the terrain to win. Dungeons such as ruins and botanical gardens are auto-generated and change each time you play. And then on 3.6, we are getting multiple versions of WWE 2K26, except for the standard edition. So the Monday Night War edition is $149.99. The Attitude Era edition is $129.99. The King of Kings edition is $99.99. And then if you want to wait until March 13th, you can get the standard edition for $69.99. How many editions, dude? WWE 2K26 features the most stacked lineup of arenas yet, with all new venues SummerSlam 2025 and Clash in Paris 2025, alongside legendary throwbacks like WCW Nitro and ECW One Night Stand 2006, plus new brawl spaces, enhanced creation tools, and more. All right. Yeah, I mean,
Josh Martinez, we need your expertise.
Jeez, I'm sure. I'm sure his expertise is saying don't get the $150 version. Maybe he is. I don't know. Who's to say? Who's to say?
I'll touch down with him about that.
You know what I can say, Ed?
Yes.
Here are the weekly updates for the games you could be playing on your Switch right now.
Yes.
Pokemon Unite is celebrating Pokemon's 30th anniversary by adding the original legendary bird trio as playable characters, starting with Zapdos available now, followed by Articuno and Moltres, alongside future editions Meganium, Typhlosion, and Feraligatr. Sure. Yeah. See, this is where Pokemon gets me. This is where I'm like, I'm out. So when they start having names like this. That last name is just letters jumbled together, dude. It's like, come on. Would you throw up alphabet soup and that's what came out? So you're like, oh, that's a good idea. Nintendo has released version 3.2.0 for Donkey Kong Bonanza, a minor patch addressing several issues to improve gameplay. Okay. Nintendo has also released version 1.3.1 for Kirby Air Riders, adding support for 3 new amiibo, multiple balance adjustments, and numerous bug fixes. Stardew Valley's upcoming 1.7 update will add 2 new marriage candidates, Clint, the Pelican Town blacksmith, and Sandy, the Oasis shopkeeper, in the Calico Desert. This was part of their 10th anniversary video presentation that went out this past week. The free Tangle and Whisper DLC pack for Sonic Racing Crossworlds is now live, adding the IDW duo as playable characters, 2 theme songs, special emotes, and limited time festival running through March 1st. So that will probably be over by the time you hear this on podcast feeds. The long-awaited launch of Warframe natively on Switch 2 is coming on March 25th, 2026, alongside its first major update of the year, the Shadow Grapher, featuring the 64th Warframe Folly, new game modes, 60 FPS, 1080p performance enhancements. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that game's getting a Switch 2 port. Resident Evil Requiem launches on Switch 2 with a day 1 patch, version 1.1.0, containing several fixes, while the Grace Ashcroft and Leon S. Kennedy amiibo release dates have been announced for July 30th, 2026. And last but not least, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition on Switch 2 will soon receive an update adding DLSS support and additional stability improvements to enhance performance alongside its existing 60 FPS and 40 FPS modes.
Yeah, it seems that game is doing good on Switch 2.
Yeah, it's in the top 5, I think, in terms of sales. So, all right, Nintendo Switch Online updates, Ed. GameCube is getting its next game in Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I put DX here. Ignore that. I spelled it wrong. It's fine. And then Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins is being added to Nintendo Music.
Yeah, such a great game.
Yeah. So awesome. All right, Ed. Do we want to do this topic real quick, or do we just want to move into questions? Because I saw this list, I thought it was interesting, but it's not anything we can kind of save it maybe for an expansion pass or something.
Let's save it for expansion.
Okay. So let's move into question block.
Question block, yes.
Remember, you can always submit your question to Nintendo Pow Block through social media, Discord, comments on YouTube, or you can just email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com. The email address is in the show description, so you can just click it and send it. Try to make it as easy as possible for you to send us questions. Like Sam Hall did via YouTube. He says, "Hey guys, I have a question about the recent Pokemon Presents presentation. Why do you think they pushed the mainline games out to 2027? Do you think we'll have a major Pokemon release for the holidays this year? Or do you think there's so much Pokemon to go around that this will be safe either way for Nintendo? Thanks."
So I answered this question earlier in the show, but because of Game Freak doing Beast of Reincarnation, they want to focus more on that, getting their game out. And I think with so much Pokemon stuff coming out, there's no need or rush to put out a new Pokemon game. They don't need to Call of Duty it or anything. Or Mega Man it from the NES days. They could really take their time with this game and make sure that since they're focusing on one console now, a more powerful console, they'll be able to work the ins and outs with that. They want to take their time with that. But like for Game Freak, it's Beast of Reincarnation, because don't forget they're doing, I think PC is included, but right now Xbox and PlayStation 5. They want to make sure that their own game that they're publishing and releasing is good and right and really focused. Even if they have to delay it, they want to make sure that that game comes out and they don't have any hiccups. Because I'm like, if Beast of Reincarnation have problems, everybody's gonna be questioning about Game Freak and their development, which really lead their questions into Pokemon Waves and stuff and win. So I think right now it's Game Freak's time. They want to work on the game that they've been working for years. They want to put out their first, I think this is their first original IP, or there may be the second one that they want to do. No, actually third. Timbo the Elephant was Game Freak, right? Or was that different?
No, that was them.
Timbo,
And then Pocket Jockey Card Jockey. What was it called? That 3DS jockey game?
yeah, Pocket Card Jockey. And then they had a third game, like a Metroidvania game, I think, that they did.
Giga Alt Wrecker, was that them?
Yes. Yeah, that was them too. Giga Alt Wrecker.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like a big major thing for them. So they want to make sure that they get this game out because they're doing something that's non-Nintendo. So this is their first time being on Xbox and PlayStation, I believe. No, Timbo the Elephant was on PlayStation. So their second game is on PlayStation. This is their first game on Xbox. So, but I think Beast of Reincarnation is what the game that they want to focus on before the next Pokemon game comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think obviously there's a lot of Pokemon out right now. I also think they have obviously been updating older versions of like Scarlet and Violet. They've also just put out ZA, Legend ZA, FireRed and LeafGreen. They have a ton of other products that they're putting out this year. So like, I don't think it's a bad thing that they're putting those out later. I do still think we'll get some sort of Pokemon product for the holiday. But also, if there's no Pokemon this holiday, that means there's something big from Nintendo proper coming, right? I mean,
yes.
I mean that's what that tells me, is that there's something Nintendo wants to put out there that we don't know about yet. And that's also okay. So, because Pokemon's always their big holiday release. Always when there's a new one. And so this new game that they announced probably won't even come out until next November, right? So like over a year and a half from now. So yeah, I don't know. I still think there'll be a Pokemon game. I don't know what it is. Maybe they'll do like another Pokken tournament with Koei Tecmo or Bandai Namco or whoever developed that one.
That'd be interesting.
Or like just because like it seems like a while since we've gotten something like that. There hasn't been a Pokemon Stadium Coliseum in a while. Maybe we'll get something like Coliseum on NSO or something, but I don't know. I still feel like there's something coming, but again, it's all up to them to, there's a ton of Pokemon stuff coming out. So
yeah, they got you covered. They got Pokemon fans covered. So
yeah. So, all right. Our next question comes from Lindsay B via email. Hello, Elite Agents of the Blocks. I've been listening to the pod for a while now, thanks to my boyfriend. We listen to episodes on road trips and long gaming sessions, and I have been looking forward to new episodes every week. My question is mostly about my taste in games and how you branch out to find new types of games to play. I'm a big fan of Life Sims and Zelda mostly, but I have been hearing you all talk about games like Metroid, Fire Emblem, Dragon Quest, and others, and wanted to try some of those games out. Thoughts? Looking forward to your advice. Thanks for the awesome podcast every week, and I hope to get more content from you both soon.
Okay, so I definitely would recommend NSO with Metroid.
That was the first thing I was. That was the first thing I was going to say. Was NSO.
Because with Metroid, Super Metroid 3, or Super Metroid, I would say this: Super Metroid is a great game to get into to learn why the Metroidvania name kind of came before if you decide to play Castlevania Symphony of the Night. That is a great game to play, get lost in, and feel a little bit terrified, but also feel powerful, and why that game is still like kind of like a number one game, and it's monumental, and why it's so used design wise in the gaming industry. And then play Metroid Zero Mission, because that's a better version to play to learn about Metroid One, the first Metroid. So I definitely recommend that. Um, I think the reason why it's good to branch out to find other games is to challenge yourself and your skill, and to not only better it, but learn why these other genres are loved by other people who, who may recommend those games to you, or expand your horizon. Because when you're learning, definitely when you're learning a different genre of games, you're going to fail, because it takes time to learn all of that stuff. You're not going to get it all the way right. Different genres play like different games. You can't play a light sim and think that you'd be able to use the skills of a light sim to play like a first person shooter. It just doesn't work that way. There's two different, there's different designs, dimensions, and output that you have to provide when playing those games and stuff. So, like, definitely with NSO, there's a lot of variety to learn those games, or just learn kind of the basics. And then when you want to get into more modern games, you have indie stuff, you have third party, you have modern Nintendo stuff, even Sony Xbox provide a lot of those experiences too, that you could learn and incorporate into your gaming world, your into your taste of gaming. So when you do notice that, maybe you do come back to a Zelda style game and then be like, oh, I learned this kind of skill in this game that was never, that I didn't know that was in Zelda game. Now that I got a handle of it, I could play it better and be a little bit exceptional to it, be able to figure it out and use it, and adjust to it and stuff. So that's what I kind of recommend. Um if you want to kind of find out more stuff, of course, with NSO, but also just play other developers and um other consoles in order to learn a lot. But if you're going to stick with Nintendo, Super Metroid is a good one to start with, and Metroid Zero Mission. Fire Emblem is going to be a little bit challenging, so if it's too difficult for you, sadly, you have to find a way to play Fire Emblem Awakening to get it. If Fire Emblem is not your style of gaming, there's War Groove or some other games that's like that you could probably learn and research about, that are easier for you to learn that style of game. Because Fire Emblem in all sense is a yin yang kind of series for some of the older games. If you know what weapon and what class is better than your opponent, you'll be able to survive more. And then Dragon Quest, Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined has came out. There's some on the eShop that you could buy. Like they kind of like remade 1, 2, and 3. Even though they do have 1 or 2, 1, 2, 3 as a remake that Square Enix did. There's like mobile versions too, if there's budget reasons for it. So if you want to get into those games, because Dragon Quest is going to take a little bit longer, you have to grind in those games. So um I would say definitely try NSO, and then try other consoles, and if you are able to, try some indies, whether they're cheap and not AI slop. But if they are good quality games, try them out too. Corey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach than you did. I would say, like, if there's a franchise that interests you and you don't want to spend a lot of money, obviously, like, I'm just going to use Fire Emblem as an example, because there's a lot of great ways to start into that franchise that teach you a lot, without actually breaking the bank. I would say, like, if you don't have a 3DS, it's funny because like 3DSs are like, if you don't have one, buying one, like they cost so much money now for some reason. I mean, I think they're pretty easy to hack at this point, but like
That's
if
what
you
I'm
have
using.
a 3DS, like Fire Emblem Awakening is still only like 20 or $25, $30 if you can find it new on like Amazon, or you know, if you have a local retro game store that you go to, I'm sure it's cheap too there. But um if you want to play a mainline Fire Emblem game that's modern and easy to get into, Awakening is that game. If you want to buy one of the ones on Switch, if you want to know what Fire Emblem is, I would actually start with Engage if you want to buy like a full price one, because like as much as we love Three Houses, like it's a little less Fire Emblem and more. I mean, it's got the tactical stuff, right? But like it also has a lot of like Persona-y stuff in there, and like relationship building, and you know, there's a lot of choice in there. And I would say like if you want to get down to like what Fire Emblem is to its core,
Yeah.
Engage is the game. Plus it teaches you a lot about the characters that came before this game, because most of them are in it. And then you can kind of like, oh, well, I like this character, what game are they from? And you can kind of explore the series that way. If you have NSO, I would actually say Path of Radiance, even though there are some difficulty spikes, but NSO I would recommend. I would recommend Path of Radiance on the GameCube NSO. The Game Boy Advance ones are they're fine, like they're good. I mean, it's a good game, but like I would never recommend anybody start with the Game Boy Advance ones at this point, when there are so many others that do a lot of quality of life things better, right? Like in my opinion, if you have to start on an NSO, Path of Radiance would be the one I would start with. If you want to spend some money and you have a 3DS, like Awakening or Engage would be the other two I would say to start with, right? Especially in terms of modern Fire Emblem. I guess that would be it. But yeah, I would use, if you're interested in a franchise, just go through the NSO library and see like which ones seem to interest you. I mean, you're already paying for the subscription, so like it doesn't cost you anything extra, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's especially for Nintendo franchises, you know, like there's a lot on there. Or like some of these retro game collections, like the Castlevania collections or the Mega Man collections, like if you're interested in some retro franchise that isn't made by Nintendo specifically, like they're cheap or on sale a lot of the time too. So you know, that would be my suggestion, is just scroll through NSO, see, you know, if there's any games you want that are on sale. Like there's no harm in jumping into games that you don't really pay for, right? I mean, that was like the big thing with Game Pass, right? Is a lot of people use it as like a demo service on Xbox, but NSO is a great tool. I've been exploring NSO quite a bit myself lately, and you know, I've got a bunch of games on my list that I want to play. Like Golden Sun is on that list. You know, obviously these older Fire Emblem games, some of the Super Nintendo stuff that I never got around to. Like, it's a great tool. Yes, the games are older, and we've learned a lot since the 90s and the early 2000s for a lot of these games. But if you go in with the mindset that these are older games and they might not have some of the quality of life stuff that current games do,
yes,
they still hold up pretty well. So, all right. Next question from Grant S via email. Hello, Elite Block Heroes. Longtime listener, but this is the first time I felt like I wanted to write in. I'm a huge Zelda fan, and being in my late 30s, I feel that Zelda is more popular than ever. Do you think that we will get some sort of Zelda game this year at all? I know you've talked about the possibility of remakes, remasters, 2D games, etc., but I thought that they would acknowledge the anniversary by now. Looking forward to your thoughts. Thanks for the awesome show.
Nintendo. So acknowledging some of their anniversaries is wishy-washy thing because like Nintendo really doesn't do that really for any of their games. Probably besides Mario because it's their mascot. Uh, I think with I think with Zelda, since it's so focused on the movie, that I think it was because I was just actually thinking about the story. I was thinking about sometimes you have to celebrate, like if there's a video game anniversary, if the people who made the game don't celebrate it or don't really do anything big about it, celebrate it yourself. Treat it as a fan thing, and do
Yes,
something.
please
You
port I have Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD to the Switch, please. Yourself, do it yourself.
no, but I'm talking about celebrating.
I know. I'm just being
Yeah. But I think we're not gonna get anything Zelda related this year. Just the fact, I think they want to focus on the movie. We might get more trailers and clips for it, later on, like at the end of the year. But I don't think we're going to have a game yet because I think Anuma and the team, definitely in Monolith, I think they're working on something, building something, and they want to be ready when they fully go into development to bring us something to announce. So unless Grezzo got something, remake a Minish Cap or Oracles of Season and Ages, or Capcom is doing something, or some indie game is teaming up with Nintendo. I don't think we're going to see anything this year for Zelda, for it.
See,
So
I'm going to go ahead and say that you are wrong. We are going to see Zelda. They want a Zelda product out every year. They said they've put one out every year since the Switch launch, and even before then, actually. But it's not going to be a new game. It's going to be a remaster or remake of something, whether it's like the 3DS HD versions of something, or Wind Waker or Twilight Princess. My thought is that it is the 20th anniversary of Twilight Princess as well. If they're going to do one, in my mind, if they're only going to do one game, that would be the one they would do, because it hits, kind of kills two birds with one stone, essentially, right? But we know sometimes Nintendo doesn't make decisions that make sense at first or at all, ever. But it's we'll get some sort of Zelda product this year. I don't know what that looks like, but it's not going to be a new game, and if it is a new game, it's not going to be the AAA Tears of the Kingdom follow-up that you're expecting or that you want, right? So my guess is that they're going to Mario Galaxy us, right, and like give us a port of something, which I'm fine with. I'm totally fine with that, because we did get Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment last year, right? All Switch 2 versions of those games. So, I'm fine with not getting a massive 3D game, but something would something to at least acknowledge that, right? Like Metroid also, right? Like I know Metroid is not a big seller for Nintendo. And I know we just got Metroid Prime 4, but like even putting Metroid Prime 2 and 3 out on NSO at some point would be nice, or like HD remasters of those at some point would be nice, even if they're just digital at first, and then they sell a trilogy later for $60 or $80 or whatever they want to sell it for. But I don't know. That's my opinion. And Kid Icarus also has a big anniversary this year too, by the way, everybody. For those, two games they acknowledge and one that's like stuck on the Game Boy. whatever, it's fine. But yeah, we're gonna get something Zelda this year, but it's not gonna be something new. It's gonna be a buy it again, please.
We will see.
The worst case scenario would be Twilight Princess on NSO. Would be the worst case scenario. I'd be really sad.
And you will
Shut up.
play it.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I'd play it or not, Ed. I'm just saying. It would be. I want to unplug my Wii U, Ed. Okay, it's crying over here. Help me. Put me away. Bury me.
Wow. No, the Wii U has so much goodness to it.
It does.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Our last question comes from Ashley K via email. Hello, leaders of the Elite Block agents. I'm writing in again as per my weekly ritual. When do you think we will get another Nintendo Direct? We still need more information and release dates for Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, and learn more about what the other first-party games are coming. Looking forward to what your thoughts are. Thanks.
Well, we thought we would get one in February, but we got the Partners Direct. At this point in time, it would have to be this month of March, or it's going to have to be April. I know Nintendo has been doing their own kind of little announcements here on Twitter and the Nintendo app, so it kind of feels like they're moving away from Nintendo Direct, but I don't think that is the case. Hopefully, they show it this month, like me and Corey said at the beginning of the show. If they happen to show it like on the Thursday, a week before we go to PAX East, that would be awesome. We'll cover it. Hopefully we get a chance to play those games. Hopefully they bring it to PAX East if that happens. If not, then hopefully we get something in April. If not April, we probably won't get nothing until June.
Man, June seems so far away, dude.
Yeah.
My suspicion, Ed, is that we'll get more. My suspicion is that we'll get a game specific direct for Fire Emblem. Mm-hmm. We'll get Yoshi information trickled out. Maybe they'll do like another treehouse thing, right, for both those games.
Yes,
because that treehouse thing was surprising. I'm shocked that they did that, but
yeah, it's been years since they did Treehouse Live or anything Treehouse related.
But I imagine the Fire Emblem one will be a game specific one because I don't know how much they have to show right now, to be honest with you. I mean, unless they do like a big direct for like Zelda, right? Because like I'm sure they're going to want to show, if that movie's coming out next year, they're going to want to show a trailer at some point. Or like, I know they showed off the images in the app, but like they're going to want to show a trailer, So I don't know. Maybe there'll be like one of those mini directs, that's like 14 minutes or whatever. Not every direct needs to be an hour long. Also, yes. I think sometimes we want that and expect that, but we've had 10-minute directs before that were packed full of games. So
I think it's when Nintendo goes really quiet and they do an hour presentation. It seems that they got a lot to say, and most of that time it's like a breakdown of a game or something, of a first party game.
Yeah. So I don't know. I hope we get one soon. I enjoy a good Nintendo Direct, and I want to know more about Fire Emblem. So, but again, we'll have to wait and see. Just like everybody listening is going to have to wait and see us again until next week, because that's all we got. Bam.
Yeah.
That's how you close the show. Transition. Oh,
that issue. Well, everybody, as my final thought, you guys can check out my spotlight, showcasing Nicholas Gregon. He's the composer of Mio, Memories in Orbit. You can go hear our talk. Thank you, Zencaster, for not catching my mic and but it's a really good discussion. Do you guys check that out? And like I said, as we prepare for PAX East, we're excited to bring you guys content there. We're going to try to record a Nintendo Pow Block live, a Nintendo Pow Block episode there. Nor me and Corey, we're going to probably, not, I won't say shenanigans or anything like that, but I have a feeling, dude, we're going to have a lot of good discussions there. And stuff. Definitely just with the team and definitely with just me and you, because like, dude, we're getting close to 500 episodes, everybody, and up into the Pow Block. So,
it's coming soon.
Yes. So, and me and Courtney's been planning our stuff and everything. We're trying to figure out our Monday stuff. But we are super excited. But go check out Mio Memories in Orbit. And then check out my review also on bossrush.net with that. Corey, anything for you?
Not really. Just hope everybody has a good week and a good weekend and a good kind of, enjoy your Pokemon games. Hope everybody enjoys whatever Pokemon game they're playing this weekend, because we know you're playing one of them.
Yes. And also be ready for daylight savings. I think it's this week. I think it's coming up this week.
Is it already? Jeez. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because dude, Easter's like the first Sunday of April, and that's the week before my birthday. My birthday weekend.
Man. This year's already going by too fast.
Dude, so much. So yeah. So Corey, how about we get out of here? This episode.
Ooh, it's bedtime, Ed.
It's a good one.
It's another beefy one.
Yes. Well, everybody, thank you for watching and listening to this episode of Nintendo Pow Block. If you joined us live, follow or subscribe to the channel you're watching if you haven't done so already. If you're watching later on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments with us on today's topics or a new idea we can discuss in a future episode. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, consider leaving us a 5-star rating and a nice review, as it helps us with discoverability and reach. You can support Boss Rush on Patreon at patreon.com/BossRushNetwork at a tier that's right for you. You can even follow for free and gain access to all of our base shows on one feed. Want to thank you, Nick, and thank you also, Chitta Chat in the comments. But yes, Nick, hopefully you could come on Boss Rush or even Expansion Pass with the guys to talk about Marathon. We would love to hear your thoughts also. Thank you again for thank you again for watching and or listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Francisco Santillan, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., and Fitzpatrick. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.